factors like it being on our home floor and all that would normally be taken into account. But they have a pretty good little group of girls, especially the three main players that they have, and Jackson and Grant and Trent, that really put it to us last year. So I think, even though we have lost some girls from last year, there's still a core group that remember how poorly we played and that defeat that we shouldn't have probably had last year at Greenwood.
It is senior night here tonight at Barren County High School. I know that's kind of weird to have senior night in the middle of the season, but you never know how this COVID pandemic is going to do on teams. As if we've noticed, Warren East boys still only played 2 games this year. They've had a lot of COVID issues there, but knock on wood, we've kind of dodged the bullet so far, and hopefully we can continue to do that the rest of the season. Greenwood, 4-1 on the year under Coach Zach Simpson, his 5th season. He's 71-67. They finished 13-16 last year. And, of course, the Lady Gators had defeated the Trojanettes 58-57. That busted a 3-game winning streak for Barren County. And Jacqueline Jackson was actually out last season with a knee injury, their leading scorer. And this is her, I think, 5th year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th year. No, actually 6th year on the varsity, because she's a senior this year. She started in 7th grade. She averaged 3 points a game in 7th grade, and then that continued to increase over the years. And this year she's averaging just over 21 points a game. But the trend girl, freshman, is averaging 18.5 points a game. So, as you mentioned, there's 3 players that average in double figures. The Grant girl also averages almost 12 points a game. And they're in that rugged 14th district with Bowling Green, Warren Central, South Warren, and Warren East. And I don't think they've been to the regional tournament since 2012. I think that's what it looked on the KHSAA stats. 2012, the last time that they got out of the 14th district. Shows you how tough it is.
Yeah, if you look at the top of the region, that out of the top 6, you got South Warren, Bowling Green, Greenwood, and Warren Central in the RPI. And other polls would say something different. So, 4 of their 5 are right there at it, and Warren East has dropped down. Really, you think about it, Warren East, we thought coming into the year would be the top of that group, and they're actually in the bottom half of our region. Yeah. And you look at our region, this was crazy. There's only 6 teams with a plus 500 record in our whole region. So it really tells you a whole lot about what our region is. And some of that is COVID, not playing a whole lot, but some of it is just a watered-down, maybe weak region compared to what it could be.
You look at the Daily News Prep Poll and the Sporting Times Prep Poll, both have the same 5 teams, top 5. Barren County number 1 in both, Bowling Green number 2 in both. Then Warren Central's 3rd in one, and Greenwood's 3rd in the other one. They kind of flip-flop 3 and 4, Warren Central and Bowling Green. But Metcalfe County number 5 in both those polls. And then the Lexington Herald leader, it had Bowling Green, Barren County. Barren County was 2 points behind Bowling Green. Then Russell County, Greenwood, and South Warren. So, 3 or 4 of those teams, as you mentioned, in the 14th district, in the top 5 or 6.
Yeah, and what you forget, I guess a lot of people do, Metcalfe being 1, and they look at the RPI and say, how's Metcalfe 1? Well, TJ's got a good group over there, and what they can do that a lot of people can't, they can score it. Yeah. They had 21 against Casey the other night when they beat them. In the first quarter, we barely had we did have 31 for the whole game. So you put a team that can score it, you never know what's going to happen.
Trojanettes winning over Glasgow Friday night to clinch the number 1 seed of the district, 48-38 over the Lady Scotties. So Raven Ennis had 15. Katie Murphy added 12 in that contest. Barren County shot 32.7%. They only hit 3 of 16 from behind the arc and 13 of 24 from the foul line and grabbed 20 rebounds in that game, but they did clinch the number 1 seed. So the Trojanettes will play Allen County Scottsville, the 4 seed, middle of March here at the district tournament at Barren County High. Glasgow will play Monroe County, who Monroe County defeated Glasgow by 20 just a week ago.
It's hard to compare scores. It's really, really hard to compare scores when you look at Greenwood just beating South Warren by 2, but E-Town and Breckenridge County beat them by 40. Well, we only lost to Breck by 10 and 1 to E-Town. So, you just can't compare scores this year because of everything going on. You never know what players are out and what the circumstances are.
Yeah, that's true.
You just show up and play the best game you can on the night you're lined up.
Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
involved, therefore willing to go the extra mile to help their neighbors and friends. Scotty's Contracting believes home is where the heart is, and they want you and your family to love the path that leads you to it. You can increase the value of your home with a newly paved driveway. Just imagine that curb appeal. Whether you're selling your home or staying forever, quality paves the way with Scotty's Contracting. Give your home or business more curb appeal with the help of Scotty's Contracting. Rely on your local paving contractor, someone you can trust. Scotty's, serving you for nearly 50 years and is here to stay. Call 270-629-2112. That's 270-629-2112 or scottyscontracting.com.
If you hadn't been to Colton Steakhouse and Grill, what are you waiting for? Okay, maybe you need a special reason. Well, here it is. Our sizzling signatures. There's the Hawaiian ribeye, marinated for 72 hours and topped with fresh grilled pineapple. Or how about our Del Rio ribeye, topped with melted ancho chipotle butter and crispy onion tanglers. Both these mouthwatering sizzling signature ribeyes are available right now. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, where we know what's at stake.
In Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with Jay Turner.
Let's break down some numbers for you for Barren County and Greenwood. The Lady Gators average 56 points a game. They give up 53.4. They shoot 40.2% from the field, 36% behind the arc, 61.2% from the foul line, and they're averaging 26.6 rebounds a game. The Trojanettes are averaging just 47.7 points per ball game, allowing 40.2 points a game to their opponents. 39% from the field, 28% on threes, averaging about 4 threes a game, shooting 65.2% from the line, and averaging 24 rebounds a game. Looking at the games around the area tonight, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And looking at the COVID cancellations, there were 16 girls and 30 boys games canceled tonight due to COVID issues. That was as of this afternoon, and maybe a few more now. But some doubleheaders tonight. Glasgow's at Allen County, Scottsville. Campbellsville's at Caverna. Cumberland County at Clinton County. District 16 doubleheader. Dare County's at Greene County. Bowling Green girls at Clarksville TCU Academy. Butler County girls at Franklin Simpson. E-Town girls at Hart County. While the Hart County boys host Thomas Green. Bowling Green Foundation Christian Academy boys at Monroe County. And the East Robertson, Tennessee girls and boys are at Russellville this evening. We'll come back and we'll have the Zaxby's keys to the game and the starting lineups when we continue our pregame coverage here from Barren County High School. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Excellent start.
They specialize in excavation, site development, and site utilities. Put CRS to work on your next job and know that it will be a success.
CRS Construction in Glasgow. Call them at 270-629-2030.
Making your funeral arrangements in advance is one last wonderful gift you can give the loved ones who'll be left behind. By freeing them from the burden of many details, you give them time to do the work of grieving and caring for one another. Let A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home help with the reflection and the remembrance. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home is following all CDC guidelines to help keep you and your family safe.
A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, serving our community since 1928. 201 East Washington Street in Glasgow. Call them at 651-2080.
In our neck of the woods, propane is a big source for heating our homes. And your local Southern States in Glasgow is the place to get your propane tanks filled for your home. And propane-powered heating is used on farms, too. It's a great fuel source for heating livestock, such as swine and poultry, like chicken barns. Propane heat can transform the way you operate a farm and its various buildings. With propane, heating becomes more efficient in barns and even greenhouses. Call Southern States in Glasgow to find out more. 651-6167.
So wake up early, do a little studying, take the dog out, finish that audiobook, finish that workout, then stop by McDonald's for breakfast and somehow manage to do it all before that 10 a.m. meeting meal. There's a meal for every morning at McDonald's.
Pair our delicious hash browns with the sweet and savory taste of a sizzling sausage McGriddles or a crispy chicken McGriddles for only $2. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball Countdown to Tip-Off, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to Jay Turner.
And welcome back to Barren County High School. Here's the starting lineups of tonight's game. Brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Greenwood Lady Gators under fifth-year head coach Zach Simpson. They'll start Jacqueline Jackson, a 5'9 senior, averaging 21.3 points a game. Leah Trentz, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 18.6. Kayla Grant, 5'10 sophomore, 11.6 points, 8.2 rebounds a game. Nicole Milum's a 5'5 senior, averages 3.6. And Olivia Lavelle, a 5'10 junior, averaging 3.2 points and 5.6 boards a game. For the Barren County Trojanettes, under sixth-year head coach Piper Lindsay, her assistant coaches Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow, and Brent Spillman. Katie Murphy, 5'6 freshman, averaging 6 a game. Raven Ennis, a 5'10 junior, 15.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. Emma Hughes, a 5'6 senior, 4 points a game. Addison London, 5'8 junior, 6 points a game. And Abby Varney, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 5.5 points a game. Time for the Zaxby's keys to the game.
We played really well in the first half against Glasgow, not so much in the second half. We've got to find a way to be more consistent. I know that's a lot of pressure on some eighth graders and some girls that, in a lot of years would just be playing middle school basketball, but that's where we are with Macy's injury. We just got to have more people be more consistent, and when that happens, we play consistency as a team. The other thing we have to do is we have to really be ready to guard. They have some really good size. Grant averages almost 8 rebounds a game, so we have to keep her off the boards, and we have to find a way to defend Jackson's drives. Trent's more of a shooter, so we have to match up and find her at all times.
Tonight's officials brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. Here they are, David Logston, Mike Goodson, and Chris McGuire. We'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening half coming up. And our first quarter brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve, and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We'll come back with the start of the ball game. The Barren County Trojanettes and the Greenwood Lady Gators. When we'll return after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Trojanettes in their home white with burgundy and gold numbers, burgundy outlined in gold, and Trojanettes across the front of their jerseys. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Cameron Brown on stats tonight, and Todd Belcher in the Nash 103 studios on controls. Glad to have you with us tonight. It will be, let's see, is it going to be Greenwood's basketball first?
Looks like it.
They're headed over to the other side of the floor.
That's one of those uniform combinations that says, yeah, that'll look good together, and then when you actually get it out of the box, it's like, maybe not.
And it is a nightmare for play-by-play radio announcers. I know that, especially some of those colors that blend in, and you can't read them quite well. And the older I get, my eyesight doesn't get better either.
Those would be impossible football jerseys.
It would be. It would be. Leah Tran will toss it in for the Lady Gators. So they'll be moving from right to left here in this first half. And she'll set things up as she got the pass back from Milam. She's going to work it around to the left side. Gives it back out to Milam. Top of the key. Over the right side corner goes to Lavelle. She works it into the paint. Goes up with a shot. No. Hit the front of the rim. London with the rebound. Gives it to Murphy. Long bounce pass right to London. Back out it comes to Murphy. Got Jackson out guarding her. She's missed the last 2 games for Greenwood. Hughes. Now she's picked up her dribble. Coming out to get it is Varney. Now Varney works against Trend. Freshman against freshman out there. And can't get it to Murphy. Out it comes to Hughes. Thought about the 3, but then gives it up. Dribbles it. Almost lost the handle. Now getting some pressure out there. They give it off to Varney on the right side. Now Varney in trouble, double team, bounces it back out to Ennis. Ennis wants to work it back and forth. Almost lost the handle, and she does. And a turnover. Here comes Greenwood on the attack. Into the front court, Jackson. A little shake and bake move. Goes up with a shot, and it comes off the rim. And rebounding there is Hughes. Had somebody over the top of her. That was Grant. Yep. But she pulled it down and results in a jump ball. The possession arrow going to Barren County.
Greenwood very active early. They are very good defensively as well. We talked about the points that those 3 had scored double figure wise, but Trent's a very good defender, and Jackson is as well.
Ball comes into London. She'll give it back to Varney. She'll bring it up against Trent. Trent really putting the pressure on. Gives it back to Murphy. Gets it across the line against Jackson. A little bump foul on Jacqueline Jackson. And that's going to be her first and the team's first. Let's talk about Leah Trent. She scored 29 in that 2-point win over South Warren in their last ball game. Comes out to Murphy. Over the left side is Addison London. London feeds it out top now to Ennis. Left of the key. Turns, looks, wants to shoot, and gets rid of it off to Hughes. Fakes the shot, goes down the lane. Had it ripped away from her, and a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Greenwood.
We talked about Trent and Jackson being really good, but the player that they have chasing Raven is Milam, so they maybe think she's even the best defender, and she was the one that reached in and took it away from Emma.
Jackson gets it into Trent, lobs it back off to Jackson. Jackson now working the backcourt against Emma Hughes. Long two-handed pass coming left side, and a bad pass in the lane. Ennis comes up with it for the Trojanettes. Off to the right side and turns up and under. Can't make a shot. Looking for help. Throws it out to London. Out to Murphy.
We're going to have to run a lot of screening action, a lot of back screens, ball screens to get open tonight.
Here's London. Feeds it down low in there to Ennis. Turns. Looks inside. Up and under. Goes up with a shot off the window and in.
She backed her down, worked her in so she could get a shot right around the rim.
So we'll call that a People's Bank shot, and it makes it a 2-0. Barren County lead. We played almost 2 minutes. And what do we got here? A foul called in the back court.
Looks like an offensive
inbounds
foul.
Pass. Oh, somebody pushed off, so that's Milam pushing off for Greenwood. I think she may have pushed Varney.
Did you say 1 or 10?
Well,
I think they put it on Trend.
So if they put it on Trend, that'll be her first. Yeah. We'll have to check the book. Varney with it on the left side of the key. Out it comes to Murphy. Back over to Varney. Goes down the left corner to Hughes. Back out to Varney out front. On the left side, one dribble, gives it to Murphy. Murphy, diagonal pass, left side. Hughes fakes the shot. Throws it back out to Murphy. Murphy, right side corner, London. Oh, bad pass intended for Ennis, I think.
It was.
Picking it up was Lavelle. Here's Jackson with it on the left side for Greenwood. Jackson trying to work against Varney. Takes her one-on-one, goes to the basket and puts it in.
That's her game. She can shoot the three, but she would much rather be a driver.
Yeah, not sure why she was out the last couple of games, but nevertheless, here's London for three. No. Rebound comes off to Lavelle.
Yeah, dribbling three is a tough shot.
Yep, here comes Trish. She may have got away with a walk there. Takes it to the basket, throws it up and in over the rim.
You can see they like to score it up and down quickly.
They average 56 points a game. And here's Murphy going to drive, goes to the basket, has it blocked from behind by Lavelle. Jackson comes up with a basketball for Greenwood, throws it down the left baseline. Trend shoots an air ball, but is put up and in by Grant.
That's where Grant gets her points. Averaging 8 rebounds and 11 points a game. She's their cleanup duty.
And Greenwood leads it 6-2 over the Trojanettes. 4:40 to play, first quarter. Hughes with it on the left side. Gives it out top to Varney. Now Varney looking. Over to Murphy on the right side. Feeds it in there to Hughes. Goes over the shot. Blocked in there by Lavelle. Got it back on the inline underneath the basket. Back out it comes. Ennis for the three. Short. Just barely brushed the net. Tap back in bounds by London. Then she threw it away. But there's Varney. Has a shot blocked. Chasing it down is Ennis. Deep on the left wing. Ennis trying to work it into the paint. Goes under. Slips inside. Puts it up and in. Let's see if they count it.
Nope. Be on the floor.
So the foul on Milam. So that will be her first, team's third. So 3 Lady Gators with 1 foul apiece.
We'll take that defensive change there, getting Milam out.
As Murphy left to the bucket. Pass deflected up in the air by Grant, but taken in there by Varney, and she's going to be called for a step.
I'm going to propose every coach that doesn't wear their mask properly, we get 1 free throw. We would shoot like 40 free throws a game.
Pass almost picked off. It is by Addison Smith, who just checked in. Murphy straight away 3. No, off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound by Hughes. Ennis has it now. Now hands it off to Murphy. Driving, had it back tapped out of bounds. Well, Coach Zach Simpson thought it went off of Katie Murphy. I don't know.
It may have, but it might have also gotten tipped in between there and going out of bounds.
So Murphy left to the bucket. Feeds it in there to Hughes. Throws it across over to Ennis. Fakes. Got Grant off her feet. Puts up the shot. She missed it. Got her on rebound. Back up. No good. And then tried to go back up again at a foul call. And it'll be on, is it on Lavelle? Yes. So that's her first. Greenwood's 4th of the half. And Greenwood's going to bring in now Olivia Overmole, 5'10" junior. I don't know if that's pronounced right or not.
A lot of ways you can go there.
Yeah. Comes out to Murphy. Swings it back over to Ennis. Out of the corner for 3. No. Long rebound comes off to Grant. She gives to Jackson. Jackson, front court left side. Hands it off in there to Trent. Free throw line. Dribbles across the key. Now she's going to head to the basket. Throws up a floater. Whistle and a foul.
She's tough to stay in front of. She handles the ball really well. A little hesitation. Looked like she was coming to pull the ball out and drove it. Caused a foul.
Foul was on Raven Ennis, her first, and Barron's first of the half. Tren is an 80% foul shooter. First one is up and good. Tren has scored 56 points in the last 2 games, 29 against South Warren, 27 against Logan County. Second shot for Tren, rims off. Rebound to Ennis.
I don't know how they just beat Logan by 9.
I don't either. Ennis top of the circle. Left side it goes to Addison Smith. Back out it comes to Murphy. Katie Murphy trying to set things up. Drives it left side, goes in the corner, goes over the head of Smith and out of bounds.
Completely mistimed her jump. I think she misread the pass.
And Greenwood wants a 30-second timeout with 3:06 to play here in the opening quarter. Greenwood leads it 7-2 over the Trojanettes.
Maybe a better timeout for us than it is for Greenwood, honestly.
Check out 104 The Score with James Brown for photos, stories, and more from Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Log on to 104thescore.com or the 104 The Score Facebook page.
Slow start, 1 field goal. That was the first one we shot, I think, is the one we made. And after that, we have not been able to find one go through the net.
which would have been 4 games this week. Of course, last night got canceled for the Trojanettes, so Friday and Saturday, home games against Allen County, Scottsville. Friday night, Warren Central here on Saturday night.
To be honest with you, you don't need to play 4 games in a week. No matter if you're trying to cram the season in or how it's going, it's just way too many games in a week.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you time to work on anything. No practice as much.
I know kids hate to practice, but it's a necessary evil.
As Jackson gets rid of the basketball, it's Rachel Evans in the ball game now, number 0. She's a 5'7" senior. Here's Tren, pulls up with a 15-foot jumper and hits it.
Wow, just step back. Doesn't look like a freshman, to be honest with you. We said that last year when she was an 8th grader. She just steps back. She's got a quick release.
Right. 9-2. Greenwood on top. Murphy with the basketball. Hands it off to Varney. Varney comes around to the top of the circle. Hands it off there to Smith. Smith comes left of the dribble. Gets rid of it to Murphy. She heads into the paint. Goes under. Puts it up too hard off the glass. Rebound to Jackson.
One more dribble. That's a layup you make.
Yep. Jackson, crossover left, goes to the basket, puts it up, missed it short, puts it back up, blocked by Murphy. And Katie Murphy races out of there with it for the Trojanettes. She's going to head to the basket, puts it up and in.
Got to get more buckets like that to keep Greenwood from setting up in a half court.
9-4. Jackson in a trap, trying to get through it, and does to Evans. Up court it goes to Tren. Tren drives, throws it up off the window and in.
The player with the ball is the one you got to guard. That girls look a little run down right now.
7 points for Tren. It's 11-4. Greenwood under 2 minutes to play. Murphy with the basketball. Bounce pass left comes to Varney. Now Varney looking. Has to dribble it out. In between the circles, gives to Ennis. Sends it out to Hughes. Now Hughes putting down the dribble. Right side it goes to Ennis. She wants to try to dribble down Grant and can't do it. Up and under. Got around her. Put it up. And, it come off the rim. Try to get her on rebound. It comes right in the hands of Varney. She puts it up. It comes off. Battle for the rebound. Coming out of there with it is Jackson. She gives it off to Evans. Evans down the right side of the floor. Halfway to the corner. Now reverses it back out. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson launches a long 3. Short. Long rebound. Right in the free throw line to Katie Murphy. Long pass down the floor. Here's Smith going under. Puts it up and in.
Yeah, got to look to push the ball down the floor. Greenwood's tired too. This has been an up and down game with not a whole lot of stops.
11-6 the score. 1 minute to play in the quarter. As Evans falls down, she loses it out of bounds as Varney and Murphy were trapping her. Ball will come back to the Trojanettes with 56.7 to play. Last assist by Katie Murphy, brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Right side with it, it's Elmore who just checked in the ball game. Katie Elmore, an 8th grader, 5'6". Left side it comes to Murphy. And now Murphy looking, trying to dribble it to the right side, gives it off to Ennis, fakes, throws it back out, had an opening there, didn't take it. Here's Elmore trying to drive, throws it off in the right corner now to Ennis. Ennis with a crossover move, heads inside, going up for the shot, and it's going to be blocked, and then Ennis tried to save it in bounds. Evans comes up with it for Greenwood.
I'm okay with her getting in there, but she's got to dish it off. Yeah. She had Elmore in the wide open short corner.
And the Lady Gators will hold it for 1 shot with 15 seconds to play. Tren. And a foul on Smith. It's her first and the team's second. So Greenwood will take it out with 8.1 to play here in the first quarter. The ball comes out to Tren. Gets the screen out top. Wants to drive it against Varney. Throws it up. Off balance. No good. Rebound to Ennis. 2 seconds. Going to have to hurry. Mid-court shot at the buzzer. No. Hits the right side of the backboard. That's the end of the first quarter. Greenwood 11, Barren County 6. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Quarter number 2, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojanettes trail Greenwood 11-6.
Just 3 of 16 in that first quarter. Tough sledding.
Got to do much better than that. Katie Murphy with the basketball, dribbling right against Trent, hands it off over to London. Out it comes to Smith, top of the circle, swings it left side over to Ennis. Ennis out top is Elmore, fakes the 3, drives it right down the lane, dishes it off at the baseline. London puts it up and in.
That was a good look. Had 2 good-looking 6-footers there. Made the second one.
11-8, and Jackson dribbled it off her foot, trying to get out of the trap. And it's out of bounds to the Trojanettes.
I think we have, played more games. We may be in better shape and wear Greenwood down with this pressure over the course of the game.
Katie Murphy sends it way out front to Smith. Over to Ennis. She's going to fire it up for 3. In and out. Crashing aboard is Milam.
0-5 from deep now.
Good look, just wouldn't go down. It's Jackson with the basketball. Jackson feeds it down in there to Grant. One dribble up against Ennis, and she blocked the shot on her. Barren County the other way. Here's Murphy with the basketball on the front court. Right side it goes to Smith. Fakes the 3, drives it right down the lane, puts it up, it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds, and Trojanettes will keep it.
Haven't shot any free throws the whole game. That was maybe our best chance and didn't get the foul call there.
Ennis, right side of the bucket. Sends it out to Murphy. Over it goes to Smith. Down to the left corner, Ennis. And what do we got?
Illegal screen. Addison, London.
Just as that 3 went in.
Wasn't much of a moving screen, but it looked like she tried to move over, so I think that was Grant. Couldn't get to the corner.
Yeah. Ball comes into Jackson. She sends it's picked off by Smith. She tried to go to Trend with it. Murphy, 17-footer. No good. Rebound comes off to Greenwood. Jackson's got it in the backcourt. Jump pass up court, left side goes to Trent. Heads toward the middle, cuts back left. Curls out of the wing, gives it off to Jackson. Jackson drives against Murphy, puts it up and in.
Got to fully commit to help. You can't just wave at their best player when she's coming to the rim.
13-8. Trojanettes trail it by 5. And Ennis with the basketball. Wants to drive, gives it over to London for a 3. No. Barely grazed the iron. Trend with it for Greenwood, down the other way. Heads to the basket, puts it up and in.
I think Trend could just go up and down all day long, and that's what Piper sees and jumps up and calls a timeout.
Yep. 6:23 to play in the first half. Greenwood 15, Barren County 8 as we take the People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Greenwood 4-1. Their wins, last 2 over Logan County by 9. Trent had 27. They beat South Warren by 2. Trent had 29 in that game, and Jackson didn't play in either game.
She clearly picks up the scoring and takes those shots that maybe Jackson would have. But I don't know. She's really good. She looks like she's really focused tonight. And tough to turn it over when she just gets it and goes with it the other way. She's focused on making it to the rim. And so far tonight she has.
They beat Glasgow first of the season 47-43, then lost to Bowling Green by 14. They came back, beat Allen County Scottsville by 12. Jackson had 36 in that game. That was on January the 9th. Then they went into that 4-game COVID issue deal when they didn't play Franklin Simpson, South Warren, Warren East, or Warren Central. And then their game Saturday night against Ohio County was canceled.
Bowling Green schools have just really been hit hard by COVID, and you see their schedules. There's not a straight stretch like we've had. If you look at the region, we've played just about more games than anybody.
Yep.
I think we actually have.
Trojanettes down 7s, 15-8. We played almost 2 minutes of the second quarter. London trying to go baseline. She's cut off. Back out it comes to Hughes, and back in the corner to London to the right-hand side. Out top is Ennis against Grant. Wants to work it right side of the lane. Dishes it off in the corner now as Murphy will throw it out to London. Back to Ennis with a high-arching three-pointer that's no good. And we'll get a foul called as the Greenwood player went to the deck. Foul is going to be on Elmore. Her first, team's fourth. And now Abby Varney will return to the Trojanet lineup. She'll come in for Katie Murphy.
0 of 7 from behind the arc. Our shot selection is just not very good right now.
Trin gives to Lavelle. Midcourt's picked off by Ennis. Nobody around there for Lady Gator. She's going to drive the bucket and puts it in. 15-10. Tren off to Jackson. Jackson into the front court, down the middle, angles off to the right, heads between two players, and a whistle and a foul as she went up for the shot. Raven Ennis, that's her second.
I don't think there's 14 points or whatever you said between them and Bowling Green, but, we saw them very early when they didn't have a couple of their players that may be back.
Yeah. Jackson's free throw no good. She's almost a 73% foul shooter. So Ennis having to come to the bench, and Katie Murphy back in the lineup for Coach Piper Lindsay. Jackson back at the stripe for one more. This one's good. Jackson and Trent have combined for 14 of the 16. Underneath, here's London to the basket, puts it in.
Good job.
Pass from Varney.
Yeah, nice assist from Varney.
Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. And now Jackson's in trouble, but got rid of it to Lavelle. Floats it up court on the left side to Tren. And now Tren will head to the middle of the floor. Drives it down the middle, throws up the shot, and it's in there.
Did I just see right? Did we go zone of possession?
I think so. 11 points for Tren. Well, it didn't work that trip.
No,
18-12, 3 minutes gone in the second.
We weren't all on the same page if we were playing zone.
Hughes feeds in the middle. There's Varney. Fakes, drives in, dishes it off in there to Elmore, and she's going to be fouled going up.
I think they'll get Jackson with that one. But Abby's got to score. Elmore's got to score. We've got to get some more scoring out of this lineup, especially with Raven on the bench.
Right. Of course, Raven Ennis, the only Trojanette that averages double figures, 15.5 a game. And that shot by Elmore didn't even hit the iron.
Get that one out of the system.
Second one is up, and it's no good. Shooting 37.5% from the line. Greenwood the other way. Milam with it for Greenwood on the right side of the floor. Gives it to Jackson. Now Jackson wants to drive with it. Goes inside. Up to the shot. It is good. 20-12 Greenwood. 4.5 minutes to play. First half. Varney driving. Kicks it off left side. Out top is London. Over goes to Elmore. Now Elmore out to Hughes. Gives it back out to Murphy. Murphy top of the key. Diagonal pass left corner. Elmore. Now wants to drive into the paint. Bounces over to London. Can't shoot. And it comes to Hughes. Now Hughes wants to dribble. Try to pivot around. Gives it off to Murphy. Down the right corner is London. Throws it back behind her to Murphy. Murphy throws it back out now to Hughes. Back to Murphy. Can't split the defenders. London out of the corner. Fires and misses. Rebound batted around. And Murphy, 15-footer left side. Good.
We are out-rebounding them. We out-rebounded them. We doubled them up in the rebound column in the first quarter, and that's continuing.
20-14. Jackson is going to be charged with an offensive foul.
That's actually a pretty good call. Not one you see very much in a trap, but she just pushed through the trap and knocked Elmore to the ground.
That's 3 on Jackwell and Jackson. Or is it just 2? No, it's 3.
I was going to, Not sure why, with the lead like they have, that they left her in there. That's a commitment to a player for sure.
Murphy will inbound the ball as it comes into Varney, working against Grant, and has the shot blocked. Ball comes right in the hands of Milam. Milam pushing it down the floor, back tap from behind by Varney and out of bounds.
Hustle back down the floor after she got her shot blocked. You've got to know that they are really a shot blocking team. Give them a little ball fake, get them up in the air, and go into their body instead of shying away from contact.
The ball tipped away by Hughes. It's tipped away, goes right back in the hands of Grant. Out it comes to Tren. She wants to drive, splits the defenders, goes in traffic, missed the shot. Loose ball on the floor, goes out of bounds, and they give it back to Greenwood, I guess.
Yes. I think it went off of Varney.
And so Evans will toss it in deep in the left corner for the Lady Gators. She gets it stolen away by Katie Murphy. Katie Murphy crossover to the left, goes right down the lane, had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Milam. Trojanettes will keep it with 3:20 left to play here in the half. Katie Geralds checks into the Trojanet lineup, 5'7", 8th grader for Addison London.
Need to close the gap with Jackson, 21 points a game on the bench.
Comes out to Elmore, feeds it in there to Varney, lost the handle, turns and gives it off to Geralds. Back to Elmore, feeds it down underneath. Here's Hughes putting it up and in and draws a foul.
Terrific back cut, maybe better pass.
Foul is on Evans, her first, team 7th.
He's putting her back in. He's putting Jackson back in with 4 fouls?
Are you kidding me? No, she's got 3.
I mean, with the chance to pick 4 is what I'm trying to say.
She's got a chance of getting 4. I'd take it to her. Free throw good by Hughes.
If we hadn't called a timeout, it might be worth one, just to program it in our girls' head to kind of go at her a little bit.
Comes up to Milam. Milam crosses to the right, puts up the shot off the window. No. Jackson there to put it up and in.
We actually blocked each other out that time, and Jackson went right around. Greenwood's going to take a timeout probably to get Jackson out of the game.
22-17. Greenwood leads it with 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Yeah, Coach Simpson inserted her right back of the lineup and scored that bucket right there.
We need to communicate with each other. It just seems like a lot of times that consistency piece involves us not being in the right space offensively in our plays. And then when we went zone a couple of plays, we had a couple of girls that didn't know if they were top of the zone or bottom of the zone and ended up giving up layups and not blocking out Jackson there. So our communication and talking piece, you've got a bunch of quiet girls. It's what you've got. You've got to have somebody just be more vocal, and maybe 5 of them be more vocal to help each other out.
Well, you've got 2 freshmen and 2 8th graders on the floor with Emma Hughes, the senior. And Greenwood's gone zone now. They've left Jackson in the ballgame. They didn't take her out.
Well, that's the protector going zone.
Murphy, right side, skip pass left, comes to Elmore, fires it up and under and put it in over Jackson.
That timeout, she could have went right at her, but she kind of went around her and made the layup.
22-19. Trent, top of the key. Angles off right, goes in the corner to Evans. Evans trying to go baseline. And a whistle. We're going to have a foul.
Didn't quite cut off the baseline and get a block instead of a charge.
Foul is on Hughes, her first, team 6th. Greenwood's basketball as Evans will toss it in on the left baseline. Sends it out to Trent, fires up the 3-point shot, nails it.
Again, miscommunication. You leave Trent out there, who's a 44% 3-point shooter.
Yeah, that's her 10th one on the year. And she's got 14 points in the first half. 25-19, Greenwood leads it by 6. 2:10 left in the first half. Elmore inside, puts it up and in. Nice move.
Yeah, step through.
Gerald's, excuse me.
Yeah, it was Gerald. Step through the defense.
25-21. 2 minutes to play first half. Jackson to the backcourt. Getting pressure from Katie Murphy. Gets with the basketball here to Trent. And almost a bad pass there. Here's Trent out of the corner for 3. No good. Ball hits the floor. Murphy has it for the Trojanettes. Minute 45. Up it goes to Gerald's and has it blocked. And they're going to say it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojanettes.
Ran the floor, just Greenwood was able to get a hand on it. They're finally going to get Jackson out.
Chance here for the Trojanettes to cut it to 1 point on a 3-point shot. We've not hit a 3 in the first half. Ball comes out to Elmore. Sends it over to Hughes on the right wing. Now Hughes putting down the dribble. Gets rid of it to Elmore. Elmore trying to make a move on Milam, but can't shake her off. Here's Varney, wants to drive. Got around her defender. In traffic, going to have to do something with it. Here's Murphy in a lot of traffic. Puts it up. She missed the shot. Rebound taken by Evans. She's in a trap. Pass deflected, but Trent there to grab it. 1:17 to go in the first half. Trent, crossover to the left. Goes to the basket. Puts it up and in.
Good move. Good crossover to the left hand.
Back up to 6 at 27-21. We've missed down 1 minute to play.
We've missed several opportunities, including about 4 or 5 layups that would make a big difference, as it always would.
Bounce pass left comes to Hughes. Out top is Gerald's. Gerald's working left side, goes up for the shot, had it stripped loose from her from Lavelle. 45 seconds to play here in the first half. Here's Evans, feeds it off in the corner. Trent. Out it comes to Milam with 40 seconds to play. Trent back to Milam. 30 seconds to play in the half. Now here's Trent. In traffic. Floater. Got it.
Should not split a zone like that. She's just diced up our zone.
29-21. Katie Murphy angling left, gives it over to Varney. Now Varney out to Hughes, can't shoot the three. She's going to drive, kicks it back off to Varney. 8 seconds to play. Elmore, right side, Gerald's 5 seconds. Out to Varney, going to have to think about it. Going to have to hurry. Here's Katie Murphy with a shot short. That's the end of the first half. And Greenwood on top, 29-21 over Barren County. And we will come back with the halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow, let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. School for the South Central Bank halftime report. The Trojanettes trail the Greenwood Lady Gators 29-21 here at the break. Greenwood led 11-6 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored the Trojanettes 18-15 in the second period of play. Greenwood with 13 field goals in the first half. One of those a three-point shot. They were 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. And Leah Trin, the 5'5 freshman guard, has scored 18 of Greenwood's 29 points in the first half on 8 field goals. One of those a three-pointer, and she was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Jacqueline Jackson has 9 off 4 baskets and 1 of 2 from the foul line. And Kayla Grant with the only other 2 points for the Lady Gators in the first half. Jackson picked up 3 fouls in the first half. Trojanettes, 10 field goals, no three-pointers, and 1 of 3 from the foul line in the first half. And there's been 7 different Trojanettes have scored. 4 points for Katie Murphy. Raven Ennis with 4. 4 for Addison London. 3 for Emma Hughes. 2 each for Katie Geralds, Katie Elmore, and Addison Smith. But no three-pointers. In the foul situation, Raven Ennis picked up 2 for Barren County.
Let's look at the stats here for the first half. You got Barren County that shot 10 of 33. If it wasn't for that second quarter, those shooting numbers would be dismal. So 10 of 33 for 30%, 0 of 8 from the three-point line. Greenwood was 13 of 24. They were 8 of 12 in the second half. 54% for the. I'm sorry, in the second quarter they were 8 of 12. 54% for the half. Only made 1 3, but 3 more field goals overall. Got to the line a couple more times than we did. And rebound-wise, Barren County was 13 to Greenwood's 11, so continued that advantage. Both teams turned it over 7 times. We have another stretch, mainly in the first period, where we did not make a bucket. We made the first one, and then we went on quite a drought there in the first quarter. We missed, I don't know how many we missed in a row, but we missed a ton in a row. 2, 4, 6, 8. We missed 9 shots in a row there in the first quarter, and that was the drought that Greenwood used to kind of surge ahead. And I'll be honest with you, we're really fortunate we're just down 8 after we scored, 15 in the second quarter.
Yeah, we had a chance to cut it to 1 there if we'd have made a 3-point shot, but we turned it over, missed the shot, and they came back down and scored again. So
the only 3 we've hit all night is the one that didn't count off. We had a corner 3 that Raven hit and got wiped away by an offensive foul. So we've got to find a way to alleviate Greenwood's pressure. They're very good defensively. They're long. They're tough around the rim because of that length. And obviously defensively, if we're going to go zone, we got to know what we're doing. We're not a team that plays zone, so understandably the girls are a little lost. I'm sure we just didn't throw it out there. I know we practiced it, but we've got to know where our assignments are. And the reason you go zone is so they're not slicing you up, and Trent just worked against that zone like it was nobody there.
Yeah. You're listening to a broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow, and online at 104thescore.com. And like you said, we got to find somebody else that can score. I mean, you got Raven Ennis averaging 15.5 points a game, and nobody else. Katie Murphy's averaging 6. She's the next closest scorer.
Yeah, it's just consistency. We've got to have people that are in some spots consistently, and they're comfortable in those positions. You've got girls that are driving lanes. We're not hitting them. You've got girls that have open shots. We're not hitting them. So it's just more. At some point, it becomes a confidence problem. You got Greenwood has got 3 girls in double figures, and then they drop off. The next one doesn't even get to 5 points per game, but they've got 3. We've got to find at least one more that's a double-digit score consistently. Does it have to be the same person every night? No, but we've got to find somebody that has confidence on that offensive end.
Yeah, Trent's averaging 18.6 for Greenwood. She's already scored 18 in the first half in this game. Our halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. We don't have any scores to pass along on the Coca-Cola scoreboard because most games didn't get started until about 9 minutes ago, as we're the early game tonight around the region. We'll come back and get set for our second half. Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half. Third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. As we continue our coverage, this is Barren County High basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. the second half to get underway here from Barren County High School. As later tonight, we have the Trojans taking on Pulaski County. Greenwood Gators couldn't make it over tonight. They've had some COVID issues, so they've had to cancel a few games. And unfortunately for them, they had to cancel the game tonight against the Trojans. And just how things are going right now.
Been a good game, in-region game, but you pick up a decent Pulaski County team.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. The last game we picked up Harlan County. I saw Harlan County was getting votes today in the top AP top 10. So, it was a tough game, and I'm sure tonight will be another. What are they playing? The 12th region, right?
12th region, yep. Trent gives it over to Jackson. Jackson left side, playing with 3 fouls. Now she's picked up her dribble. Cross-court pass comes over to Milam. And they got Lavelle posted down low. She works it inside, puts up the shot, and it rolls in. She's only the 4th Lady Gator to score in this game. But they lead it by 10 now, 31-21. Left side is Ennis. And we got a whistle and a foul. On number 10, Milam, for a hold, her second. Team's first of the second half. So Ennis will toss it in here on the side. Gets it into Murphy. Over it goes to London. And now Hughes goes to the deck.
She got blown through on a screen by Grant. And they'll get that foul on her.
So that'll be her first. Greenwood's second foul of the half. Murphy on the left side of the basket to toss it in. Feeds it underneath to Ennis, puts it up and in. Coming from the right side. 31-23. Barron in the press. Comes into Jackson, feeds it up court to Trent. She chases down the ball, pulls up with a 12-footer. It's off the mark. Fighting for the rebound, Varney and Ennis, and Varney pulls it away. Gives it off to Murphy. Murphy trying to make a move down the paint. Gives it over to London. Out it comes to Varney for the 3-ball. No good. And crashing the board is Lavelle. Clearing it out for Greenwood. Jackson. Crossover move to the left side against Ennis. She cuts her off. She'll bring it back out.
We've abandoned that zone. Back man.
Jackson's going to fire 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Raven Ennis. Ennis to the middle of the floor, angles off left, goes under, puts it up, and rolled it in. Good move. Cut back right. That was good move by Raven Ennis. Yeah. She scored both buckets here in the third quarter for the Trojanettes. Cut it to 6 at 31-25. Trin driving, throws it up off the glass. Good.
Got to get around their bigs. Grant's just pushing a wall out there. You got to get around instead of just standing behind passively.
20 points now for Leah Trin. 33-25. Greenwood leads it by 8. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Hughes wants to drive it to the basket. Dishes off in the corner. London goes up the baseline. Throws up the shot. No, but she gets knocked to the floor. And she'll head to the free throw line for a pair.
That's a good move. Addison, normally a three-point shooter, saw the defender charging at her, used a ball fake, and had a wide-open layup. I didn't think they were even going to recognize it, and very last second did.
Is that 3 on Lavelle? I got it up on the board. I thought I only had 2 for her, but as Addison London hits the free throw, makes it 33-26. Lady Gators by 7. Second shot for London is in there.
Need some more trips to the line.
Yeah. 33-27. 6-point Greenwood lead. Trin into the front court. Leaves it with Milam. Over goes to Jackson. Wants a screen. Grant sets it for her, but she goes left side, spins back right, throws up the shot. It rolls off the rim. Tapped right back in the hands of Jackson, and she puts it in.
I think Lavelle just has 2. That's what they were communicating.
Okay. Hughes throws it out top. Murphy for the 3. Yes! Need a few more of those.
Yeah, first 3 of the night, inside-out 3. Emma made a good decision not to force it and get it to her for the bucket.
Trent, cross-court pass, Milam. Weaves through traffic, takes it down the right side, throws it up, missed it, but a foul on Ennis, and that's her 3rd.
Milam doesn't even average 3 points a game, and just let her go coast to coast. You decide at the last second to stick your arm up and then get your third foul.
So Milam, 5'5" senior, puts it up and in for her first point of the game. Milam, Jackson, and Evans are the three seniors that play for the Lady Gators. I think they've got a fourth one that's on the roster. Second shot's good for Milam. 7-point Greenwood lead, 37-30. Murphy off to Hughes with a bounce pass on the left wing. Hughes guarded out there by Overmole, who just checked back in. Here's Ennis. Cut off in there by Grant. Spins back left, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound, whistle, and a jump ball. Possession arrow back to the Trojanettes. Murphy on the left baseline. Gets it into London. She'll fire away the three. No good. Long rebound comes off to Grant. Jackson into the front court with it for the Lady Gators. Drives, throws it up, and missed the shot. Rebound in there by Hughes for the Trojanettes. Gives to Murphy. Diagonal pass left side or right side. London going up the baseline. Addison Smith bounces back out to Murphy. Left wing three. No good. Rebound comes off to Trin. She gets it off to Milam.
Move Milam over to point guard and put Trin and Jackson both off the ball.
As Milam wants to, that ball's going to be deflected off of Murphy. It was intended for Overmole, I think.
Yeah, such a bad pass that Katie couldn't even get two hands on it.
Some changes in the lineup. Rachel Evans back in for Greenwood. Katie Geralds and Katie Elmore in for Barren County. And Evans gets the ball in play to Trin. Cut off. Back out it comes to Evans. Evans backs away in the dribble. Out to Milam. 4 minutes to play in the third. Barren down 7. Here's a lob down to Grant. Too much on that one. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a terrible angle. I think that's, it's just a lost art in the game, a true post up. So what we don't do is a lot of times in practice, you don't practice that entry pass. Clear evidence of there.
Katie Murphy with it out front for the Trojanettes. Goes off to Smith on the right side. Out it comes to Geralds. She'll give it to Ennis. Now Ennis wants to drive against Grant. Goes the bucket. Puts up. Missed the shot. Rebound comes off to Evans for Greenwood.
Off the glass. Give it a chance.
And now Trin. Ennis got to be careful. She's playing with 3 fouls. Here's a shot going up. No good for Trin. She may have fouled. And now we got a whistle and a foul this time as we call it on Katie Murphy. Her first, team second. This ball comes out to Trin deep on the right side. Takes it down in the corner. Wants to work against Murphy. Gives it out to Milam. Back to Trin. Left side corner is Evans. She's going to pull the trigger, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Geralds for the Trojanettes. Katie Murphy in the middle of the court. Off to Ennis. Going to fire up a long three. Good. Yeah. Thought about it and then put it up.
Step behind. Wise move not to dribble in. Just let it go if you're going to shoot it.
Cuts it to 4. Almost a turnover, but I think we're going to get a foul.
Jump ball, maybe.
Or no, he changed it. I thought he was going to call a foul there at first. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Lady Gators, though. That's the second People's Bank 3 of the third quarter for Barren. Katie Murphy hit the other one. Lead is cut to 4. Largest lead has been 10 for Greenwood at 31-21. Trin races down the floor. Cuts back left. Loses a handle. Loose ball. Diving for it. Still loose on the floor. Jackson's got it. And a timeout.
Just an unlucky break there. She rolled over and had the ball long enough for Simpson to call a timeout, where I thought we had a real good chance to come out of the bottom of it with the ball.
Yeah. 2:39 to play here in the third quarter. Greenwood 37, Barren County 33. When you're away from your radio, log on to Nash1037.com to get the games live on your computer, laptop, or smartphone, or use the app tab on the Nash 1037 Facebook page.
just a 4-point game. If you watch the game without looking at the scoreboard very much, you might not think that would be the case. But Trojanettes, couple of threes. You see what the three ball will do for you. Makes up for a few missed shots. And, again, we've missed some layups that we probably should have made. And hopefully a lot of basketball left, 10 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. We've got a lot of time to make up that difference and jump ahead. We have kept it a low-scoring game where it looked like it was going to be after that first quarter. Looked like it was going to be low-scoring in that second quarter. Both people picked it up a little bit, or both teams picked it up a little bit. But this is more a Barren County pace. You wouldn't think that, a low-scoring game, but when you struggle to score, you got to play defense and keep it out of the 50s, really.
And the Trojanettes scoring average has gone down some. It's now at 47.7 a game. But their opponents, 40.2. Greenwood's ball. Here's a lob coming into Jackson in the key. Left of the lane, going hard to the basket. Whistle. Oh, boy.
That Raven's 4.
Yeah, she kind of leaned into Raven Ennis, I thought.
Late call, too. And
so that's her 4th, and a 3rd foul on the Trojanettes here in the second half.
Greenwood might have drawn that play up specifically to go at Raven there, but either way, still 4.
Jacqueline Jackson at the line. She's 1 for 2, and the shot is good. Gives her 12 points on the night. It's 38-33 as Abby Varney will come in for Raven Ennis. She'll have to sit out for a little bit. Jackson back at the stripe and hits them both. 13 for Jackson, 6-point lead for Greenwood. 2.5 minutes to play in the third. 39-33. And here's Gerald's with the basketball, driving strong to the bucket, and then somebody reached in and grabbed the ball. Milam. And Milam, her 3rd, team's 4th. So Milam and Jackson have 3.
How's she not shooting there?
Well,
she was going up.
Yeah,
if she was going up, that's got to be 2 shots.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about here.
Right.
It's definitely got to be 2 shots the way she was going up. She left her feet.
Yep.
But
not going
they
to get
say
that
no.
call.
I don't know. I don't understand that one.
Comes down the corner to Gerald's, gives it to Varney. Varney back in the corner to Elmore. Elmore trying to go. She's cut off by Milam. They go down low in there to Gerald's, turns and puts it up, and it came out. Rebound to Milam.
Tough shot, fading away on the baseline.
Yep. Milam driving, losing the handle, down to the end line. Now needs to do something with it. Cut off by Varney. Throws it there to Trin. Trin, top of the key, lets it go for 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Grant lost it, and comes right in the hands of Katie Murphy. Trojanettes could use a bucket this late in the third. Murphy driving, going to the basket, puts it up and in.
Overway through 3 Greenwood Lady Gators.
39-35, Jacqueline Jackson cutting back left, going down the middle of the floor, angles back off to the left side, stops and shoots a 12-footer and hits it.
You're okay with that. I mean, that's a tough step-back shot she doesn't normally like to take, but Katie had a hard time getting back after she made that layup.
15 for Jackson, 41-35. Greenwood leads it by 6. Elmore driving strong to the bucket. She's going to be fouled by Milam, and that's her 4th.
Just going right at him. It's not a bad plan right now.
And that's going to send Katie Elmore, 5'6", 8th grader, the free throw line for the Trojanettes. She missed a pair back in the second quarter. And the first free throw is no good.
Well, we got to make them if we get there.
Milam coming out for Greenwood. Lavelle back in. And Elmore back at the stripe for one more. And it's on the way. She got that one.
Repeat that every time she goes to the stripe.
Yep. 41-36. Jackson gets the ball in play to Trin. Trin in a trap. Fires it up court to Lavelle. On the right side, pulls up and turns, gives it to Trent out of the corner for three. It is bouncing in.
How we leave her open, Jay?
I don't know. Trent now with 23. 44-36.
Hit two big threes where we've just had defensive lapses.
And Varney will get rivet over to Elmore. Elmore bounces it out to Smith, top of the key. Smith wants to drive, but cut off by Jackson. Needs some help. Turns and gets rid of it over to Gerald. Gerald in the left corner. Out it comes to Varney. Varney trying to make a move. Dishes it off in the corner to Gerald. Now Gerald's looking. I think Varney may be hurt. And now here's Elmore driving into the paint. Bounce pass over to Varney from 12 feet away. Bounces off the rim.
A little short.
Ball comes in the hands of Trent. Long bounce pass down to Grant. She'll lay it up and in. And now it's back up to 10 at 46-36. Varney with the basketball. Top of the key, 6 seconds to go. Gerald's with it on the right. Now gets rid of it to Elmore. 3-ball in the air. No good. That's the end of the quarter. And Greenwood has a 10-point lead, 46-36 over Barren County. We'll come back with the fourth quarter in a moment. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Fourth quarter brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojanettes down 10. Matches Greenwood's largest lead of the ball game, 46-36. Raven Ennis back in the game for the Trojanettes, playing with 4 fouls. As Ennis gets it out to Katie Murphy, over to Addison Smith. Smith back out to Murphy. Back left side is Ennis. She wants to drive to the basket, throws it up. May have got blocked, but may have got fouled.
One official hasn't blown his whistle all night long.
Pass down to Grant, throws up a shot that's no good. Rebound to Elmore, off to Smith, gives it to Murphy. Long pass down to Ennis on the baseline. Little short jumper, no good. That ball goes off Grant and out of bounds.
Well, he had to there because it was out of bounds. But that was definitely a foul that was missed that we could have got some shots out of. We've got to get every opportunity we can to score.
Elmore in the left corner. Ennis open. 3-ball in the air. Short. Rebound comes off to Lavelle.
You got to wait for her to get to the corner and pass it instead of just throwing it at her feet. Bad pass.
And Trent with the basketball. Trent has scored 18 points in the first half, has scored 5 so far here in the second half.
That was Greenwood. I just pull it out.
Yeah, they're spreading it out right now. Jackson with the basketball out front here on the near side. Dribbles it long in front of the Greenwood bench. Now reverses it back out. A little over a minute gone here in the fourth. They got a 10-point lead. They can just hold on to it.
And Raven can't really D her up because she's got 4 fouls, so we're going to switch off maybe.
They come chasing her. Got her in a trap in the corner. Jackson
stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Or walked. She switched pivot feet.
So Trojanettes will get it with 6:42 to play, down 10. Our first Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Allen County Scottsville girls 20, Glasgow 9 at halftime.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
No. Murphy in the corner. Smith will fire a 3. It's short, missed everything. But Hughes there to get it. Out to Ennis. Ennis, a long three. Bounces off the rim. Put back up, no good for Murphy. And the rebound comes off to Greenwood. Here's Trin.
Everything's short right now.
Now Trin gets rid of it to Jackson, top of the key. 6:10 left in the game. Jackson steps back, shoots the jumper. No good. Rebound comes off to Hughes.
Why would you shoot that?
And now Murphy wants to drive with it left of the lane against Trin, and Trin fouls her. It's Trin's second and Greenwood's sixth of the second half. Katie Murphy will be at the line, 71.5% foul shooter on the year. Free throws up and in. And Coach Zach Simpson with referee David Logston having some words out there.
Well, one of his assistants said something that Mr. Logston didn't take too kindly, and I wouldn't have either.
Second shot missed. Greenwood with a rebound. Trin out front against Murphy. Murphy picks her pocket down to the floor, needs some help, and a timeout by the Trojanettes.
She called it, and then we got rid of it.
Yeah.
Just wish she had kind of held back, but we'll take a 30-second timeout, 9-point deficit, and see what we can do with it.
Still plenty of time here, 5:46 to go. The People's Bank timeout, the People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. At the conclusion of every Trojan and Trojanet basketball game this year, we select the Monticello Bank MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Trojans and the Maroons come up in the second game tonight as Pulaski County out of Somerset makes their way over.
You see a lot more of these weird doubleheaders because of all the cancellations. As you were going over the schedule tonight, there's a ton of doubleheaders tonight, but there's a ton of mismatched doubleheaders.
Hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I just show up when you tell me to be here.
Elmore down in the corner to Hughes. She heads toward the paint, goes the basket, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound comes off as Ennis. Free throw line, try to bounce it down to Elmore. It's broken up, stolen by Jackson. Jackson takes it down the lane, goes to the basket, no good, too hard. Rebound, Grant back up, nothing there. Trying to go back up again in a foul. Wow, Hughes was battling in there so much, and
Hughes had inside position. I guess she needs to take a step back and make them call that.
Let's see, who was the foul on?
I missed it as I was saying that.
At the line is Grant. The shot goes up. It's no good. Grant's a 59% foul shooter. Grant puts this one up, and it's good for her fifth point of the game. Lead back to 10. Ennis driving to the basket, gets fouled by Grant. That's her second, team seventh.
They play hard, play physical. You know, that's a good recipe. Got good size, got 3 scores. Not a bad basketball team. When you got scores and you play hard and know what you're doing on defense, that makes a lot of it.
Raven Ennis puts it up and in. First trip to the line tonight for Raven Ennis.
Not waving the white flag, though, by any means.
47-38. Now Milam returning to the Greenwood lineup. She'll come in and replace Overmall.
Greenwood only turned it over 8 times through 3 quarters. We've only turned it over 7, so it's going to be hard for them to turn it over a whole lot to get some easy points.
Raven Ennis connects on both free throws, makes it an 8-point deficit, 47-39. Ball comes into Jackson. She's in a trap. Gets it back to Milam. Raven Ennis got to be careful not of those 4 fouls. And here's Leah Trin with it for Greenwood. She's guarded by Katie Murphy, gets a screen set, kind of wiggles her way through, goes up with a shot. It drops in and a foul. So it's on Ennis, and that's it. So Raven Ennis will foul out with 13 points on the night. As the lead is back to 10 at 49-39 with 4:58 to play. Addison Smith will come in to replace Raven Ennis. Trent hits the free throw. That'll give Greenwood their largest lead of the game. And Trent is an 80% foul shooter. She's 1 of 2 tonight. And she missed it. Rebound comes off to Hughes. Still plenty of time, but the Trojanettes need to score. And here's Addison Smith giving it out to Elmore. Now Murphy driving, going under with the left hand, puts it up and in.
Can't be passive offensively, take a lot of time off the clock on each possession. There we went right at the rim.
49-41. Jackson heaves it up court to Trin. Trin bounce pass, Milam, and a whistle foul on Smith.
They're throwing over top of our traps.
That is that the 5th team foul or 6th? I got 5, but
she wasn't shooting. It's on the floor.
On the floor as David Loxton is pointing.
Our girls were all back acting like she was shooting, but she wasn't. If the earlier situation, so it's fair, one and the same.
As they try to get the ball in underneath to Jackson, she puts it up. It rolled off the rim and put back up and in as the Trojanettes couldn't grab the rebound and hang on to it.
We got to grab the rebound.
LaVelle gets her 4th point. Murphy on the other end, no good. Grant pulls down the rebound. Oh, boy. That should be an elbow. She got an elbow right in the face. Grant threw an elbow right into Emma Hughes, but they're going to call the foul on Hughes, I bet you. They may call, let's see.
No, they're going to. I'm just going to say, I don't know what this is, but anyways, he said violation on green 32, and that's obviously Grant swinging elbows, so he said green violation, white ball. So I don't know how that's interpreted, to be honest with you. So let's see what it is. Just our ball. Just a violation with swinging elbows. There was no contact, so no foul. Our ball out under. We got to take advantage. 4 minutes and a quarter left. Simpson wants an explanation. That's what the stoppage is, and he's getting an explanation. Hopefully we'll get back to play here pretty quickly. He's not going to be satisfied with the explanation, but that's what it is. It kind of negates the foul maybe that was called beforehand. I think that's what he might be unhappy with too. Get a bucket. We got to get a bucket.
Yeah. 51-41, still 4:25 to play. Comes into Hughes in the corner. She gives it out to Varney. Varney back in the corner to Murphy. Feeds it inside there to Hughes. Kicks it back to Murphy. Right wing 3. No, off the right side of the rim. It's going to go out of bounds.
Got to find some extra legs. I said it a while ago. Everything's short. It's still short. Got to find some extra legs to get it up over the front of that rim.
As a lob comes in to Milam, she jumped it right back to Jackson. Jackson drives it right down the lane, puts it up and in.
Getting away from us a little bit now.
Yeah, that's the largest lead, 53-41. Murphy stops and gives it to Elmore with a 3-point shot. That's an air ball. May have brushed the iron, but couldn't tell from this angle. A bad angle, and they stole it away. Elmore putting down the dribble, going strong to the bucket, leaning in for the shot. She's got fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Milam will foul out for Greenwood with 2 points.
That's a bigger loss than 2 points because she's handling the ball for them against their pressure. And right now, that's what they care about more than their points.
Elmore puts it up and in. A lot of rim, but it goes down.
It's all right.
53-42 at 3:49 to play.
Step to the line with confidence and get some points.
And this one's up at short. Grant claims the rebound. Gets rid of it to Trin with 3:45. And they'll spread the floor out again. Trin against Addison Smith. Now they come chasing her with Varney. Off it goes to Jackson. Gets rid of it back to Trin with 3:25 to play. Back to Jackson. Dribbles it across. Back out front. Trin lobs it back to Jackson. Now Jackson back to Trin. Hooks it back over to Jackson. Now Jackson wants to drive with it. Throws it up and an air ball, but grabbed underneath and put up. We got a whistle and a foul.
Why do you shoot it? I said that a while ago, but I have no idea why she's shooting it. But they've gotten the benefit both times when she has of getting the rebound.
Lavelle at the line for Greenwood. First one is no good. Katie Gerald is coming in for Addison Smith for the Trojanettes at 3:07 to play. And the second shot is missed. Rebound to Katie Murphy. Elmore trying to go to Varney. Gerald's there to get it. Now Murphy with a three. Bounces off. Rebound to Trin. Long pass down underneath to Grant. She puts it up and in. 55-42. Elmore leaves it off with Varney for a three. Good. Need a bunch more of those.
Yeah, back to 10, 2:30 to go. Just need a turnover or two would help too.
Jackson dribbles out of the trap. Hooks it over the left side to Trin. Trin crossover dribble. Heads to the basket. Puts it up. It is good off the window.
When they need a bucket, they go to her. She's been quiet here in the fourth quarter, but when they need it, they find her.
Timeout with 2:23 to play. It's Greenwood 57, Barren County 45. Trojans and Maroons coming up the second game tonight, but in between games, we have senior night activities taking place, and we'll have those on the air for you.
Maybe not as many seniors as sometimes we usually have. Just one girls basketball player, 3 boys, just a few cheerleaders and a couple of dance team. I don't know how many. I'm sure the band will have several more, but all sports involved, all winter sports are involved. So that's, I guess, bowling, swim, and I might be leaving somebody out between dance and cheerleading and basketball.
That's about it, right?
I think so. I guess, is archery, is it I think it's a spring sport. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Well, let's see. I was trying to see if we had any other scores here, but the only one I got is the Allen County Scottsville-Glasgow game. That's kind of surprising to me that Allen County Scottsville leading Glasgow 20-9 at the half.
Oh, that's a halftime score?
Yes.
I thought that was a first quarter score.
No.
Wow.
The first quarter score was well, I had that one earlier. 9-5 first quarter. Oh. Murphy dishes it off to Hughes. Throws it out, having to chase it down to Elmore. 2:15 to play. Barren down by 12. Elmore wants to drive to the bucket. Has it blocked from behind by Lavelle and out of bounds.
That makes up for a ton. I bet they blocked 10 of our shots tonight, and that closing speed when you get beat and ability to block definitely helps.
Varney to toss it in, left of the bucket. Comes in the corner to Murphy. Bounces it out inside there to Elmore, or rather to Varney. She puts it up. Basket. Let's see if they're going to count it. Nope. So Grant will pick up her third. That'll be the team's 9th. So he wanted a bonus for Varney.
Sorry. In a lot of ways, I think Grant's as important as Trin because of the way she controls the paint, the way she controls the boards. Without her, I don't think they would be quite as good.
Free throw is up. It's good. Abby Varney, that's her 4th point. She knocked down a 3 here in the early part of the 4th quarter. 57-46. Of course, Ravenette is fouled out of the game. And here's the bonus try on the way, and it rims off. Rebound to Jackson. Sends it over to Trin. And Jackson mishandled the pass. Varney's got it with the Trojanettes. Feeds to Murphy, goes under, puts it up and in. Almost came off.
Need 3 or 4 more of those.
Yep. Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. And then Jackson splits the defenders, 57-48, a minute 43 to play. Jackson will come back out front with it. Now hands it off to Trent coming by her. Trent, and stolen away by Hughes. Got a 2-on-1. Hughes bounce pass underneath Murphy, lays it up and in.
Good job by Emma. Took it away. We spaced the floor in the break, and she gave it up at the exact right minute when her defender came, got her. Katie had an easy layup, and, it's kind of like what we saw with E-Town, even though in the E-Town game, the comeback, we were shooting and hitting threes. Greenwood has turned it over the last couple of possessions, and maybe they are a little tired, but we've got to keep playing, see what happens. Is that the right score, 57-50?
Oh, it's 57-50. Okay, they didn't put it up on the board right.
They just put it up a little late.
So it's a 3-possession game as we scored the last 8, right? It's 57-42, and we've come back, scored 8 straight.
Take advantage of them struggling to finish this game.
1:26 left.
I can't, my memory's terrible. I say that all the time, but it seems to me they were up big on somebody, maybe even the district tournament, and they came back and lost in it in a big game.
Yeah.
So
steal. Murphy tried to go back up. She missed the shot. Here's Varney, or rather Elmore. Now Varney going up with a shot and drops it in.
They're struggling to finish. We've got to take advantage.
57-52, down 5. A minute 13 still to play. Jackson having trouble. Tipped away by Murphy. Comes up with a loose ball. Murphy drives, trying to bounce it off underneath. It's kicked out of bounds. Whew. Now it's a 2-possession game.
No life in the gym now.
Of course, Greenwood don't go very deep on the bench.
They do not. And one of their main 5s fouled out.
Yeah.
Like us, though.
And it ball comes out to Varney. Wanted to shoot the 3, little head fake, drives, goes to the basket, has it blocked. Coming up with it is Jackson. Jackson weaves through traffic, had it poked away from behind, but Tran there to get it. Tran drives in, has it smacked loose. Elmore's got it for the Trojanettes. Elmore going to take it to the basket, puts it up. It is no good, but a foul with 46.6 to play.
They turned it over again.
Foul is on Lavelle, her 3rd, team's 10th. 2 shots.
Big free
for Katie Elmore, and she is 2 of 6 from the stripe. First one is up. It's good.
I'd get some rebounders down there, and that's what we're doing now.
Yeah. 57-53. Elmore for the second shot. It's on the way. Got them both. 1-possession game.
Oh, boy, Jay.
57-54. Ball comes into Jackson. Jackson's in trouble. Ball knocked loose. Katie Murphy underneath Elmore puts it up and in.
I'm out. Wow. That is I don't know if it's an epic collapse or just a great job defensively, but all of a sudden, Greenwood has just went into failure mode, beating our press.
A 14-0 run by the Trojanettes.
And Greenwood hadn't made it past half court in the last 5 or 6 possessions. Yeah. Well, I take that back. Maybe they did that one time. Other than that, they haven't.
They were up 57-42. And Barren has come back with 14 straight points. We're down to 38 seconds to play.
You know, our girls, our young girls just have to learn, and they grow up quickly when they're thrown into situations like I talked about. We haven't been consistent at all, but we have been consistent here this last 2 minutes. Pressure, getting them to turn it over. So what happens is they're going to beat the presser more than likely this time, just drawing something up in the timeout. But we've got to make sure we get the rebound and have a chance at the last maybe possession to win the game. Each team got 1 timeout. They've got the possession arrow and the ball right now. Both teams in the bonus. We're in the double. They're in the single.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'd have to look back. I'm almost positive they had a district game where they collapsed like this, had a big lead, and just went into failure mode like they are right now. But we've got to finish the job to come out of this with a win.
Lavelle will toss it in for the Lady Gators. looking, gets it in play in the backcourt, and they lost it out of bounds.
Why do they give it to her? Why do they give it to Lavelle?
They gave it to Evans.
Why do they give it to?
Checked in the game.
They've got so many other ball handlers. I don't understand, but we'll take it. We got to score.
Yeah. Ball comes out to Murphy. 32 seconds to go. Barren down 1. Murphy picks up a dribble. Goes to Elmore. Elmore looking. Now wants to drive with it. Leaves it in the corner with Geralds. Geralds hands it off to Murphy. Murphy back to Elmore in the right corner. Elmore back out it comes to Varney. Varney trying to drive. She's cut off. Here's Elmore in the corner. Murphy, 13 seconds to play. Varney wants to drive the bucket. She gets fouled with 9.8.
You had to go. That was probably about the right time. It gives you a chance if you miss to get the rebound or another possession fouling them. So that was about the right time. Maybe actually a little late, but we got 2 free throws to make 1 at least.
And it's Varney at the line. She's 1 for 2. Has scored all 6 of her points here in the fourth quarter. Gets 2 free throws. It's quiet in the gym. Here's her free throw. It's up. It is no good. Spins out.
Got to go get it. Got to go get it if she misses this one.
Varney at the line. 1 more shot. It could tie the game. And here's a free throw shot. It's up. It is good.
Now we
ties it up at 57.
Smart timeout by Piper there. I know it allows Greenwood to set their defense or their offense, but they had 1 timeout to do that anyway. So we've got to organize ourselves defensively. What are they going to do? Who knows? I mean, they go to Evans, who is the least likely candidate to handle the ball. She hasn't handled the ball. She's been on the bench. She hadn't handled the ball the last 3 or 4 possessions, and so I don't know what they're going to do. Just don't foul. Don't give up an easy layup. Trin would be who I'd give it to, and she's taken it coast to coast several times. So it seems like an obvious answer, but what's obvious to me is never obvious to anybody else. Maybe that's because I'm usually wrong. So, but
what a great comeback by the Trojanettes, down 15 to come back and tie it up. They can just
find a way
to pull it out here at the end with 9.8 seconds to play.
Yeah, your leading scorer, double-digit scorer on the bench, fouled out, and you don't hang your head and try to do everything that they can.
It's been a quick game, too. It's not even lasted. Well, we started at 5:30, didn't we? So almost an hour and a half.
So my memory's not terrible. I was right. John helped me out on this. They got outscored 18 in the fourth quarter last year. They didn't score at all in the fourth quarter in the district. So that's, or maybe it wasn't a district game, but that was a game anyway. So they've had trouble finishing. Let's see how they finish here.
9.8. Lavelle will toss it in. Gets it in play to Jackson. She lost the handle but got it back. Jackson racing down the floor and now going to take it to the basket. Puts it up. It is good.
We don't have any timeouts.
Going to have to hurry, but they're not going to get the ball in play in time. And Greenwood has won it 59-57.
Tough way to lose after you come back and fight so hard.
Yeah. 59-57. Jacqueline Jackson hit the winning shot for the Lady Gators. And they'll improve to 5-1 on the year. And Barren County will drop to 7-5 on the season.
We'll go straight to senior night. Is that what we're going to do? I think it is.
I guess so. So I don't know who's doing the senior night, but they're starting to get ready for that. Coach Piper Lindsay, real quick, let's get some comments from her. Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Coach, what a great comeback. Just fell a little short tonight to these Lady Gators. We got down too much, had too much to make up, but almost pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, we almost did. And, I mean, I tell you what, we never quit. Those kids kept fighting, and we turned them over. We were making shots. You know, we a lot of things didn't go our way early. Of course, I don't know how many free throws we missed early, and I know all that kind of takes into play in games like that. But just proud of the girls. We came back and we tied it. You know, we had a chance. We didn't make the stop there at the end. But again, I mean, and I told the girls in the locker room, I'm not going to continue to make this excuse, but when you're playing with 2 8th graders and a freshman that's never played varsity before, I mean, for those to be out there and to get us back into the game says a lot. I mean, Raven got in foul trouble. I mean, we had to play without her. But again, I mean, Emma Hughes, she was tough. Just came up, just barely came up short.
Right. And you got Allen County, Scottsville Friday, Warren Central Saturday, rematch with Allen on Friday. A team you probably want to play better against you did the first time, even though you beat them by 15.
Yeah, we do. And, they're going to make us play slow. And I feel like we've kind of picked up our defensive intensity in the half court a little bit, so hopefully that'll bother them some. But, yeah, we just, got to bounce back and learn from this one right here. There's a lot of things to learn from, I feel like. And, I think this will make us better.
Yeah. Coach, appreciate your time. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Jay, thank you.
Trojanettes falling 59-57 to Greenwood tonight.
Our next band
senior night is underway.
Crowder. Brianna is the daughter of Kip and Monica Crowder. Her favorite band memory is the time I was at Universal eating an outdoor restaurant that had live music and a life-size Krusty doll. We were singing and dancing, and Krusty had his own seat at the table with us and was singing and dancing also. The next band member is Andrew Carassi. Andrew is the son of Allison and Scott Carassi. His favorite band memory is visiting and marching in the Disney World Parade with my friends. Justin Fissinger is the next BCHS band senior. Justin is the son of Amanda and Matthew Brinkerhoff. His favorite band memory is traveling to Rupp Arena to the girls' basketball championship and playing at Rupp Arena. The next band senior is Lillian Gosnell. Lillian is the daughter of Christy Brooks and William Gosnell. Her favorite band memory is going to Cedar Point. Madison Held is the next band senior. Madison is the daughter of Lisa and Matthew Held. Her favorite band memory is going to Disney and performing. Our next band senior is Weston Hoffman. Weston is the son of Jenny Hoffman. His favorite band memory is stealing Dr. Crowder's apartment suite room at the Galt House at Allstate. Catherine Thorpe is our next band senior. Catherine is the daughter of Terry and Bo Thorpe. Catherine's favorite band memory is the time spent with Andrew and Jackson. Our next band senior is Michaela Vincent. Michaela is the daughter of Shayna and David Vincent. Her favorite band memory is the Rupp Arena games. Ashley Torres is the next BCHS band senior. Ashley is the daughter of Brandy and Jose Torres. Her favorite band memory is the Disney trip. Caleb Wilson is our next band senior. He is the son of Greg and Sherry Wilson. His favorite band memory is playing tuba at Rupp Arena. Clark, Dahlia Cialo, and Katie Mae Williams are band seniors that are unable to be here tonight. We will now recognize our bowling seniors. Our first bowling senior is Susie Endicott. Susie is the daughter of Eddie and Louisa Endicott. Her favorite bowling memory is her sophomore year when the bowling team traveled to Paducah for the region tournament. The night before the tournament, the team bonded and became a family. The next day, the girls came together as a team and won the region championship for the first time in school history. Two more bowling seniors are Krista Smith and Elizabeth Dole. They are not able to be here tonight. We will now recognize our senior swim team member, Hannah Dole. She is our swim team senior. Hannah is the daughter of John and Rhonda Dole. Her favorite swim team memory is last year at regionals when I was able to break 3 school records and then come back day 2 and break my own record I had set before in the 100 fly. We will now recognize our 2 dance team seniors. Tristan Burks is our first dance senior. She is the daughter of Barbara Burks, Scott Burks, and Kim Prophet Burks. Her favorite memory of the dance team is the hours of playing sardines during the lock-in. Sally Settle is our next dance senior. Sally is the daughter of Jeff and Honor Settle. Her favorite dance team memory is performing at all the games with a team that has become my family. Next, we will recognize our senior cheerleaders. Our first senior cheerleader is Briley Burks. Briley is the daughter of Brian and Oliva Burks. Her favorite cheer memory is the bond formed with everyone on the team. Our next cheerleaders are Allie and Malin Newberry. They are the daughters of Carissa and Joey Newberry. Allie's favorite cheer memory is riding Splash Mountain at 1 a.m. with some of my teammates at Nationals. Malin's favorite cheer memory is the bus rides on the way to compete at Nationals when everyone gets so excited and it's a lot of fun. We will now recognize girls basketball seniors. Emma Hughes is our girls basketball senior. Emma is the daughter of Jeff and Deborah Hughes. Her favorite basketball memory is going to state her sophomore year. The final group we will recognize tonight is the boys basketball seniors. Travis Jones is our first boys basketball senior. Travis is the son of Penny and David Jones. His favorite basketball memory is winning district last season. Corbin Murphy is our next senior. Corbin is the son of Michelle and Daryl Murphy. His favorite basketball memory is winning the district at Allen County last year. Our final senior of the night is Gavin Withrow. Gavin is the son of Chad and Kanika Withrow. His favorite basketball memory is winning the district tournament last year. Barren County High School would like to thank all of our seniors and their parents for their time and effort. We are very proud of you and wish you nothing but the best in the future endeavors. At this time, please join us in a round of applause for all of our seniors.
And that concludes the senior night activities, as we'll get to our post-game report coming up next, brought to you by CPC Commodities. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours. Trojanettes fall short tonight, 59-57 to the Greenwood Lady Gators. Back with the post-game in a moment. This is Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Lady Gators pulled it out by 2 tonight, 59-57 over the Barren County Trojanettes. So they led at 11-6 at the end of the first quarter. It was 29-21 at halftime, led by 10 after 3. Actually went up by as many as 15 before the Trojanettes went on a 15-0 run to tie the game at 57. But Jacqueline Jackson's layup with about a second and a half remaining proved the victory for the Greenwood Lady Gators tonight, 59-57 as they go to 5-1 on the year. Barren County drops to 7-5. We welcome to the CPC Commodities postgame report for Greenwood tonight. 25 field goals. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 7 of 13 from the foul line. Leah Trin led the way with 27. 19 for Jacqueline Jackson. 7 for Kayla Grant. Olivia Lavelle had 4. Nicole Milam had 2 points in the game. For the Trojanettes, 21 field goals, 3 three-pointers, all in the second half. 11 of 19 from the foul line. Katie Murphy led the way tonight for the Trojanettes with 16 points. She scored 12 of those in the second half. 13 for Raven Ennis. She fouled out in the fourth quarter. 3 points for Emma Hughes, 6 for Addison London, 7 for Abby Varney, all in the fourth quarter. Katie Gerald scored 2. Katie Elmore had 8 tonight. She hit a couple of field goals and 4 of 8 from the foul line. Addison Smith added 2 points in the game. And take a look at some stats there, Robert.
All right, for the game, the Trojanettes, were 21 of 64. That's a ton of shots. 21 of 64, 32%. Just 3 of 21 from behind the arc. A third of our shots came from Threeville and only made 3 of them. Greenwood was 25 of 50, right at the 50% mark. 2 of 7 from 3 for 28%, but those 2 threes Trent hit were big. They out-rebounded us by 5, 30-25. We did force them into 19 turnovers, took care of the ball ourselves. It was a nice comeback. It hurts that we couldn't seal the deal. So, but that's going to pay dividends down the road. We've got to become a better, cohesive, consistent basketball club. And you know, what I like maybe most about you've seen that twice. We got down big time to E-Town, who's now jumped up top 5 in the state in the last poll, and this Greenwood team, and we didn't quit. Piper's instilled that, never give up mentality in them. The glass is always half full, and they play like that. So we've got to see more of that. We just can't dig ourselves such a hole to have to come back.
Yeah. Time to name the Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game, and Katie Murphy tonight with 16 points.
It'd be nice if Katie Murphy had 16 every night, but a lot of those came in that comeback there. I know a lot of girls contributed to that, but she was making the buckets there at the end in the fourth quarter that really pulled us tight, pulled us close. Her scoring is going to keep creeping up as she builds that confidence, and we'll work it out.
Yep. Allen County Scottsville here Friday night. Warren Central here Saturday night. So lots of basketball this week. And at last report, Allen County Scottsville is leading Glasgow in that girls game after 3 periods of play. The score, last report, 27-16, Lady Patriots.
It's a very low-scoring game, but you never know. We'll see how it shakes out Friday night. It's another district game.
Doesn't count as a district game, but it counts as a regular season game. It won't count as far as the district standings are concerned, but the Trojanettes need to play better than they did at Allen County Scottsville.
That's right.
40-25 was the score down there a couple of weeks ago. We're going to come back and get set for the Trojans and Pulaski County. It's our next game coming up, and get ready to tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. Get set for the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off pregame report next on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Welcome back to senior night here at Barren County High School. The Trojans and Pulaski County coming up in our second game tonight. Pulaski County out of Region 12 under head coach John Fraley in his 5th season. The Maroons, 99 wins and 40 losses. They're 5-3 coming into tonight's game. They lost to Clark County, George Rogers Clark, January the 22nd by a score of 86-48. But their 5 wins have been over Southwestern, 88-65. They beat Pike County Central, 84-58. Casey County, 79-65. Beat Russell County, the only other team in the 4th region that the Maroons have played. They beat Russell County 58-53. Lost to West Jessamine 74-65. They lost to Lincoln County 67-55, and they have a 2 overtime win over Somerset 73-65. They had about 3 games that were canceled due to COVID. Last year they finished 25-7. They only lost 1 starter off that basketball team. They lost to West Jessamine in the semifinals of the 12th region tournament. That one player being Colton Fraley, who graduated last year, averaging about 13.5 points a game. Coach Fraley took his team to the state tournament back in 2017 when they won the 12th region, 27-8 record. They've won the 47th district the past 3 years in a row. And went to the 12th region semifinals the past 3 years before they won the region in 2017 when they went to the Sweet 16 at a 27-8 record. And, of course, they're out of the 47th district with Somerset, Rockcastle County, and Casey County. Rated number 6 in the Lexington Herald Leader this week in Region 12, behind Lincoln County, East Jessamine, Somerset, West Jessamine, and Boyle County, but only 3 points separate number 2 from number 6. And it's a team that averages almost 70 points a game, and they give up a lot of points too, 66.6. They shoot 44.4% of the field. They average about 5 threes a game, shooting about 27%. They do not shoot well from the free throw line, 55% from the line as a team, but they average 35.3 rebounds a game. And Robert, they have 4 players that average in double figures.
Yeah, we just averaged 25.5 rebounds, and that's, they don't have anybody that stands out. They don't have anybody real tall out there. Nobody, 6'6", 6'7". They're all honestly really built the same. They're kind of short, stocky guys, but they're really going to get after you. They're going to get after you for 32 minutes. They throw some full court man pressure at you, and on the defensive end, they're going to be very aggressive like we saw with the Greenwood girls early. So we've got to handle the basketball, and we have to be strong on both ends. You talked about the rebound total. They're just very strong, and they play a little bit. It's not quite the Mountain brand of basketball, but you're getting that way.
Close. Yeah.
And, it's just a little bit different game out in the 12th region. So the strength and the taking care of the basketball tonight is going to be just a little different. You saw that when, who came in here and beat us? Harlan County.
Harlan County. Yeah.
Kind of a very similar team. They don't have quite the score like they did, but they still have 3 or 4 guys that really can balance their scoring out.
Yep. Trojans got a win on Friday night. District win over Glasgow at Glasgow, 65-58. It was actually a 13-point game until the final 20 seconds when Sam Bowling hit 2 3-point shots back-to-back there to cut that lead to 7. But Ryan Shirley had a big night, 20 points and 8 rebounds, and it was good to get that kind of game out of Ryan Shirley.
Ryan's somebody that can always match that physicality of somebody like Pulaski County who comes in here. He gives you another level of intensity on the defensive end, and when he can put 20 points on the offensive end, this is a different basketball team with the contributions. I really like how we played at Glasgow. They tried to get after us and be really physical with us, but we weren't having any of it. That was a very tough game to play. Maybe the most, people you had on top of you in a small arena all year. So it just a good district win to even though it didn't count for anything, it counted, but it didn't count. We kind of went over those scenarios.
Still going to play Glasgow to district tournament.
Right, 2 more times. Yeah. That'll be a tough game. But these kind of games against Pulaski get you ready for that ultimate game that would normally be about this time of the year. So senior night's really not that far off where it normally sits on the calendar, but it's just in the basketball schedule this year, it's a little earlier.
And this is a tough week for the Trojans because after this game tonight, they've got Allen here Friday and Warren Central here Saturday night.
2 back-to-back tough games. Warren Central about a 8-point favorite over us. Allen County. According to the RPI, Allen County's right there with us. So, we lost to them by 6 the last time we played them. So it will be a good matchup for us Friday night. And, again, it doesn't matter, but it's about getting better and seeing what kind of team this can become.
Yeah. Trojans ranked 4th in the Lexington Herald Leader poll today, number 7 in the Bowling Green Daily News and Sporting Times. And if you look at the top 5 in the Lexington Herald Leader, Bowling Green, Warren Central, Greenwood, Barren County, and Allen County, Scottsville, the top 5. Barren was 4, Allen was 5. Only 0.4 of a point separate those two teams, and only 2 points separate Barren from Greenwood. But Bowling Green pretty much head and shoulders above everybody else. Warren Central coming in number 2. And in the other polls, they had Bowling Green, Warren Central, Clinton County, Allen County, Scottsville, and Franklin Simpson of the Daily News poll. And in the Sporting Times, they had Bowling Green, Warren Central, Clinton, Franklin Simpson, and Allen County, Scottsville, flip-flopping 4 and 5 there. So a final score in, Allen County Scottsville Lady Patriots defeat the Lady Scotties tonight 40-31. And that was not considered a district game because Glasgow had beaten Allen County by 4 the first time around. So that's how that turned out.
Yeah, hopefully we can separate ourselves on the girls' side and take advantage of being that 1 seed. But the way it looks, Allen County is getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Barren will play Allen in the first round of the district tournament here in the middle of March. Trojans are averaging 59 points a game. They give up 54.4. They shoot 42% from the field, 31.7 on 3, 69% from the foul line, and average 25.5 rebounds a game. And some games around the area we mentioned earlier. Of course, Glasgow at Allen County, Scottsville, Campbellsville at Caverna, Bowling Green girls at Clarksville, Tennessee Academy, Cumberland County at Clinton, Butler County girls at Franklin Simpson, Adair County at Greene, E-Town girls at Hart County. Thomas Nelson boys are playing the second game at Hart County tonight. Metcalf boys at Russell County girls at Somerset, Logan County girls at South Warren, Central Hardin girls at Warren Central, Christian Fellowship girls and boys at Todd Central, Christian County boys at Bowling Green Foundation Christian Academy boys at Monroe County, and East Robertson, Tennessee girls and boys at Russellville. That schedule brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Starting lineups when we come back after this break. This is Barren High School basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Starting lineups brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For Pulaski County, the Maroons under John Fraley. KJ Combs, a 6'1 senior, averaging 13.4 points, 5.2 rebounds. Zach Travis, 6'4 junior, 15 points, 5 rebounds. Barrett Williams, 6'1 sophomore, 15.6 rebounds. Caleb Sloan, 6'2 junior, 10 points and 6 rebounds. And Caden Lancaster, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 8.1 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. Barren County Trojans under 13th year head coach Warren Cunningham. As assistant coaches Lee Johnson, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Austin Burge. Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150 a senior, averaging 9.5 points a game. Tay Pointer, 6', 160 junior, averaging 11.2. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190 junior, 8 points and 5 rebounds. Mason Grigg, 6'1", 155 junior, 10 points a game. And Corbin Murphy, 6'3", 235 and a senior, averaging 2 points a game. And we'll come back with the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening half after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. The officials for tonight's game, the same three we had in the girls' game: David Loxton, Chris McGuire, and Mike Goodson. Game official sponsor, Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. We'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening half. First quarter brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Zaxby's keys to the game, Robert.
Match their physicality, get after it on the defensive end, and make sure you limit their offensive rebounds.
You're listening to a broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow, and online at 104thescore.com. Lots of basketball here this week. Friday, Saturday night. Allen County, Scottsville here Friday night for a doubleheader, and Warren Central here Saturday night for a doubleheader. Both the girls' games, I believe, start at 6.
Yeah, I'm out on this 5:30, 5 o'clock starts.
It gets some confusing because next Tuesday, the Trojanet game at Monroe County will be at 5 o'clock because the Falcons have a game with Greenwood, the second game that night.
I don't know how they expect us to eat barbecue and get down there and get all set up and have our pregame meal with that. But anyway, the Trojans have been really successful so far. Their only loss out of region is to Harlan County. They're 3-1 out of region. They step out of region, obviously, with Pulaski from the 12th region tonight. So see if we can add to that running total. And this will be our 12th game. There's only one team in the region that has played 12 games, and that's Clinton County. Some more may be playing their 12th game tonight as we go on. But Clinton County pretty good, 11-1 so far. That's why they're second in the RPI this week. They come in here next week, so it doesn't really get any easier for the Trojans as we march down the schedule here.
Yeah.
So
tough week.
Yeah.
Pulaski County has 2 of the top 10 players in their region in Zach Travis, who is rated 5th. KJ Combs is rated 10th by the coaches of the 12th region. And they both average double figures, 15 points for Travis, 13.5 for Combs.
Yeah, and you add in there a sophomore who averages 15 as well, and another junior Sloan who averages 10. Right. So, that have no problem scoring the basketball, but we'll see if we're able to keep up with them tonight. Maybe our defense can slow that offensive effort down.
It looks like they've made a change in the Pulaski County lineup. They're in all maroon numbers, maroon letters on maroon uniforms, but they're outlined in white. And I believe the change is with Drew Polston, number 4, a 6-foot junior who just averages 1 point a game. I believe he came in, and let's see, I'm trying to check who's not out there.
You got Travis, you got Lancaster.
Holmes is out there. Travis. Williams.
And Polston.
Is it Sloan? Sloan we don't have out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Pulaski County will have the basketball. They're moving from right to left here in this first half of play. It's really harder to see their numbers than it was Greenwood. They hook it back in the lane there to Lancaster. They kick it out now to Polston. Now they're working around the perimeter as Williams handles the basketball. Ball knocked away by Ryan Shirley, but retrieved there by Pulaski County's Lancaster. They work it around the perimeter, driving. Here's Travis going up with a shot. Good.
Flipped it up over. He said he's tied for their leading scorer. He's going to drive it to the rim. We got to cut him off.
So Pulaski County gets the first lead of the ball game at 2-0. Here's a pass on a bounce pass coming to Griggs. Spin move, trying to go up against Travis, but he cuts him off down low. Going to have to get rid of it. He had 1 foot in the lane there. Ryan Shirley driving strong to the bucket. He'll had it blocked from behind. And here comes Pulaski County in the front court as Polston works it down inside the paint. Here's a shot by Combs. Good.
And gotten in the lane for both their buckets.
Little over a minute gone. It's a 4-0 Pulaski County lead. Griggs works against Travis out front. He'll send it left side over to Withrow. Gets a screen from Murphy. He reverses back left. He looks inside. Fires it across over to Griggs. Griggs around the top of the horn now. Bounces down low in there to Ryan Shirley as he works inside, but throws it back out to Withrow. Can't shoot now. Moves in with a shot. 15-footer. No good. Rebound in there by Pulaski County. They work it down the floor. That is Combs. Dishes off underneath. There's a shot put up. No good. May have got blocked from behind as Williams went up with a shot. Withrow angles off right. Looking left. And trying to find Corbin Murphy. He's got it down inside. Goes to the basket. Has it blocked from behind. And taken from him by Lancaster. Long pass down the floor to Combs. He turns and puts it up. It is good. Yep. Within 2 minutes, Pulaski County has jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Timeout by the Trojans.
We got 3 essentially layups, and we've had a couple of our layups blocked on our only shot attempts tonight. So, as I kind of said earlier, they've little strength shown, and defensively they're going to get after you, especially around the rim right there.
Yep, they're a very aggressive, very physical basketball team, you can tell. Look at that. They're in that 47th district I mentioned earlier with Somerset, Rockcastle County, and Casey County. And they've already beat Casey County, and they've already beat Somerset. And I don't think, okay, they haven't played Rockcastle. That was one of the games that got canceled because of COVID.
Yeah, supposed to play them last week.
Travis Jones is in the ball game now for Barren. Oh. Thought about a run out there. Ryan Shirley was open.
Yeah, had it.
Here's Griggs in a trap, bounces off to Shirley, top of the key, hands it right back to Griggs. He drives under, puts it up and in.
Nice strength there, tried to rake it out of his hands, but he wouldn't let him.
So Barren on the scoreboard now, 6-2. Here's a three-point try, rattled out by Williams. Barren back the other way. Here's Ryan Shirley in the front court. Looking for Withrow. Bounces off to Griggs on the left wing. Now Griggs out top to Withrow. Man-to-man defense by Pulaski County. Trying to go backdoor, couldn't do it. Back out it comes to Withrow. He'll also over to Griggs. Now Griggs working left, gives it over to Withrow, going up with a shot, has it blocked away, taken down by Lancaster. They fire a bullet pass through the hands of Travis and out of bounds.
They like to run the floor, that's for sure.
And they're going to drop back. Pulaski County going to drop back on defense. Gavin Withrow will bring it up. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 6-2 Pulaski County. Griggs gets a screen from Ryan Shirley. Dumped it back to Shirley. Shirley works inside, trying to go up with it. He's fouled.
Got to use that right hand a little more, trying to get to the left side of the rim where he's maybe more comfortable.
Polston picks up the foul, his first, Maroons first, and Ryan Shirley, 84% foul shooter, 20 points against Glasgow Friday night. Puts it up, it's too strong. Shirley back in the line for one more. And this shot goes up, it's good. 6-3. Pulaski scored the first 6. Barron has come back with the next 3. Here's a shot of the lane. One-hand shot, no good. In there by Lancaster. Trojanettes running it back, or Trojans running it back the other way. Here's Griggs going up the baseline, goes all the way underneath the basket, feeds it in there to Murphy. Up and under move with the left hand. Oh, he missed the shot.
I think it slipped out of his hand a little bit.
And here come the Maroons into the front court with Travis dumping it underneath. And a little head fake up and in. Shot by Polston.
Struggling defensively right now, not rotating, and they are finding the open guy.
8-3 the score. Griggs with a spin move. Inside, puts it up and rolled it in. Using a lot of traffic in there, and he sliced his way through. It's 8-5. Pulaski County. As Lancaster sends the ball out to Williams. Over it goes to Travis. Travis will send it out to Polston to set it up. Into the right corner. They give it to Travis. Cross-court pass, left corner. Here's a 3 by Williams. It's in and out. Offensive rebound. Going back up with it is Travis.
Can't let that offensive board. Another thing we talked about in the opening.
10-5 the score. And Ryan Shirley needs somewhere to go. Bounces off to Murphy. Back to Shirley. He drives it into the lane. Turns. Have to get out of there. Floats it back out to Withrow. Right side. Griggs. Back out to Shirley. Swings it left to Withrow. Back out it comes to Shirley. Right of the circle. Bounces. Broke it up in there. Stolen. Combs on the other end. A stuff.
Didn't have position, and the defender leaked over top for the turnover and coast-to-coast layup.
12-5, Pulaski County. Griggs behind the back dribble, top of the key. Trying to make a move. Candy's cut off. Sends it out to Jones, and over the left side now to Withrow. Withrow back over to Shirley. Back out to Withrow, trying to penetrate. Jumper 14, bounces off the rim. Got a whistle and a foul away from the ball.
Corbin pushed off. I don't know if that was before or after the shot, but we'll get several new Trojans in the game here at this break.
Shirley's going to come out. Jones and Murphy. Tay Pointer. Eli Brooks and Lane Stevens in the lineup now for Coach Warren Cunningham. Spin move in the lane. That's going to be an offensive foul. There's Tay Pointer. Went sliding underneath the basket. Second team foul of the Maroons. Barren County's basketball trailing 12-5, 2.5 to go in the first. Right side it goes to Griggs. Looking for Brooks. He feeds it to him. Couldn't hang on to it. Out of bounds.
If you're going to feed that to him, you're going to give it to him around the third hash there in the lane instead of waiting till it gets all the way down to the block where he can't do anything with it.
And let's see, we got Bryson Duggar, 5'11" sophomore in the game for Pulaski County. 12-5. Combs with it on the right side of the key. Combs wants to make a move in the paint. He'll give it back off to Lancaster. Top of the key. Working left side. Gives it back to Williams. Williams trying to make a spin move. He lost the handle. Pointer down on the floor trying to scramble for it. Picks it up. Gives it to Lane Stevens. And now to Griggs. Left side. Withrow. Drives. Baseline. Shot is off the mark. And rebound to Pulaski County. Here's a long pass down the floor. Lancaster out of the corner for the jumper. Good.
Their average time of possession each trip down the floor is probably less than 10 seconds. They waste no time getting it up.
14-5. Griggs with it, top of the circle, trying to penetrate right of the lane. Out it comes to Pointer. Pointer with a spin move. Going up with a shot. It is no good. Lane Stevens throws it back up too strong against the glass. And Pulaski County back the other way. With 1:22 left to go in the quarter, leading 14-5. Making a move and going to the basket. Here's a layup. Good for Travis. 16-5, Pulaski County.
They've hit their last 4 in a row, and I would say we've missed our last 3.
And Pointer with it on the right wing. Pointer getting a screen set by Lane Stevens, but he goes the other way. A little pump fake. He's cut off down low. Going to have to do something with it. Coming out to get it Withrow. Back in the corner to Pointer. Can't shoot the 3. Down to 48 seconds to go. Boys being hounded out there by Duggar. Ball almost got away. And here's Griggs. Over to Lane Stevens. Back to Griggs. Goes inside. A little pump shot up and no good. Trying to get his own rebound. Taken by Travis.
That's 5 of the last 6 missed.
And Travis with a spin move. Up and the shot is in.
How did he contain himself all the way down without walking and losing the basketball?
18-5 with 21 seconds to play. Pointer with the basketball. Bounces it out to Withrow. Down to 13 seconds. Bounce pass on the right elbow there to Lane Stevens. Gives it off to Pointer. Set up for the 3. It's good.
It's ballooned in a hurry, but that 3 will help us at the quarter break.
Yep. 18-8. Desperation shot off the back iron. And that's the end of the first quarter. Pulaski County 18, Barren County 8. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Barren County basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Second quarter underway. The Trojans down 18-8 to Pulaski County. Here's a backdoor pass coming to Pointer. He puts it up and in.
That'll help up the stat percentage. Just 3 of 12, 25% in the first quarter, but a good look to start the second. And
that was a Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist from Colton Stevens as he's on the court now to start the second quarter. 18-10. Travis working around, spinning, going inside, lays it up and in. Finger roll there. 10 points for Travis here in the half.
They like to use that spin move. We got a charge last time they did it. That time they just rolled down the middle of the lane.
20-10. Pulaski County leads it. Pointer with it deep on the left side. Trying to penetrate. Spin move in the lane. Up with the shot. He got fouled. No whistle. And he saved it from going out of bounds. There's Colton Stevens in the corner. Pointer sets up. 3 in the air. Got it.
Yeah, missed the layup, but that was almost a better look from farther out.
20-13 with 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Pulaski County with the basketball. Travis feeds it down low. In there to Combs. He'll go back out to Williams. He loses a handle, but scooped up off the floor there by Duggar. Here's a long 3 by Combs. It's all over the rim and comes off. Rebound put back up. No good. Ball slapped down. It goes out of bounds. And Barren County will get it.
A little 2-2-1 by Pulaski.
Yep. Ball comes in to Colton Stevens. As he'll get rid of it to Lane Stevens. Back to Colton Stevens. Looking at a trap. Jump pass in the middle there to Brooks. Brooks drives it down. Faked one way. Goes the other. Bank that up. No good. Trying to get his own rebound. Whistle and a foul.
It's in between laying it in and throwing it off the window. Make a decision. Go with it. But he'll end up with the free throw line.
Well, on Duggar, his first. That's the Maroons' third team foul of the half. Eli Brooks, 6'6", 165 sophomore. Don't want to jinx him, but he's hit all 10 of his free throws so far this season. Shot goes up, got it. Making it 11 for 11.
If he misses, I'm going to tell him in class tomorrow that's your fault.
So you have him in class. Wow, he's been deadly. And this one's on the way. Oh, there you go. You can tell him tomorrow. He missed the shot. We got a foul call. It's on Ryan Shirley. His first, team second. Well, you kind of wonder, how long can you go through the season shooting 100% from the foul line? Not too many do.
No. There's big, long streaks, but a lot of times they don't start off right from number 1.
11 of 12. That's not bad. Barren down 6. 6:13 to play in the first half. Combs down to the corner to Travis and back to Combs. They give it to Williams. Here's a diagonal pass picked off by Brooks.
Little 2-3 zone. We stole their lob.
That made up for the free throw that he missed. Colton Stevens tried to feed it down low. It's broken up. Ryan Shirley tried to get it back, and he fouled.
Our post want the ball. Well, twice tonight they haven't held the defender and sealed them, and this just ended up in turnovers. So if they want the ball, they've got to keep that defender behind them.
Yeah. So Ryan Shirley goes to the bench with those 2 fouls. That's Barron's third of the half. Gavin Withrow and Mason Griggs back in. Got Tate Pointer, Lane, and Colton Stevens on the court right now. They work it down inside. Here's a shot going up. No! Took a couple dribbles on the front of the rim. Saved inbounds by Pointer underneath the basket. Trojans have it going the other way. Here's Brooks. Fires a pass down to Griggs on the baseline. Had to really go after that one. Pointer fakes the 3, top of the key. He'll give it off to Griggs. Now Griggs trying to penetrate. And off it goes to Pointer. Back out front to Withrow. Now Withrow goes left side over to Pointer. Gets a screen from Brooks, but he can't shoot. Gives it back out to Griggs. Back to Pointer. He'll fire it for 3. No! Rebound comes off to Travis.
It's a decent look, though. Good set up on the screen.
Travis, crossover, couldn't shoot. He'll give it over to Lancaster in the corner. Wide open shot from 15 is short. Rebound comes off to Withrow. Withrow running with it, goes down, flips it up and in.
Turned their missed layup into made one on our own, and they're back right at us.
20-16. Lancaster feeding it down low, and that ball's going to come out of bounds as Coach Lee Johnson retrieves the ball on the sideline, and Barren County will get it with 4:49 left in the half. Timeout by John Fraley and Pulaski County. Fraley is a common name in Pulaski County. There was a man by the name of Dave Fraley that coached Pulaski County for many years. I'm sure they are connected.
Not a common name around here, but you know your Kentucky genealogical history, don't you?
I don't know about that.
This is a game that you don't really like to play defense very much if you're any kind of player. Most kids don't. But if that's you, this is a game you really like because you haven't had to play defense for more than 20 seconds on any possession. Pulaski County, as I said earlier, gets down there and they get a shot. They've gotten a way to get into the lane. They're not shooting threes, but they're getting into the lane, and we've found a way to get that percentage to go down. They shot 9 of 14. They were plus 60% in the first quarter. So we've had them a little better here almost halfway through the second period.
Gavin Withrow. Bounce pass, right elbow. Lane Stevens off the Pointer. He's going to fire the 3. Bingo!
Lane did a good job. He held 2 guys back on that screen and gave Tay an open window.
20-19. Barren down 1. Pulaski County with the basketball. Combs left corner, fires away. No good. Rebound Pointer. Trojans want to run. Here's Lane Stevens on the left side. Waits and gives it out front to Withrow. Diagonal pass, right corner, Griggs, and a foul as he tried to drive to the basket. And it'll be charged to Polston.
I really like the zone adjustment that Warren has gone to. If a team is beating you in the paint, pack it in against their playing zone. And last couple of possessions, we've been able to hold them and cut it to 1 all of a sudden. Let's see if we can take the lead here.
Yeah. Polston checks out, and it is Carson Fraley, a 7th grader, number 3 in the ball game for Pulaski County. Tay Pointer, right corner. Feeds it down low in there to Corbin Murphy up with a left-handed hook that's no good. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. Pulaski County threw it away. Lancaster threw it up court, and I think Travis has already headed down the floor and threw it behind his back. Ball comes out to Griggs. Barron can take their first lead of the ball game here. Pointers 3, no good. Corbin Murphy trying to go back up strong, puts it in. And Barron has their first lead of the ball game at 21-20.
They've only got 2 points the whole quarter, almost, or it's over halfway gone.
As they work it back around the perimeter, Barren County 2-3 zone. Fraley goes down in the corner to Combs and back to Fraley. Turnaround jump shot in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound and a reverse up and in by Travis.
Gave him the middle of the zone, and we missed a box out. 2 negatives that possession.
Travis with 12 points already in this half. Pulaski County back on top, 22-21 with 3:12 to go in the second quarter. Griggs wants to drive to the basket, little pump fake, puts it up and in as his defender flew by.
Yeah, knew where he was, gave him that little pump fake to get a clear window.
Barron back on top, 23-22 with 3 minutes to play in the first half. And Carson Fraley, a 6'7" 7th grader, fires it down low. Here's a shot put up, no good. Follow, no good. Ball slapped back out. 3-pointer in the air, no good. Crashing the boards, Tay Pointer.
Got a little smaller
reach in on him, and the ball gets loose on the end line as Withrow tried to pick it up. Pulaski will get it back underneath.
That little smaller lineup we had in there has just got to go in there and rebound. 2 or 3 tips at it, and Pulaski gets it back.
And Duggar back in the ball game now for Coach John Fraley. Barron leads it 23-22, 2:36 to go here in the first half. And it's Travis. Oh, he threw it away. He's trying to throw it behind him. Here's Withrow going to the basket. He puts it up and in.
Not an easy coast to coast. Gavin protected the ball well.
Yeah, 25-22. Barron's largest lead at 3. 2:17 to play in the first half. Ball comes out to Fraley. Fraley sends it over the right side to Duggar. Back to Fraley. Left side it comes to Travis. Here's a jump shot in the lane. Good for Lancaster.
Got to jam them when they go to the middle. All they're doing is flashing a guy, turning around and scoring it.
25-24. Trojans lead is 1. Eli Brooks deep on the right side with it for the Trojans. Crossover dribble. Spin move. Up with a shot. It is no good.
Nice move. Got to finish it.
Yep, would not go. Pulaski County back in the front court. Travis handles a basketball, goes up the baseline. He's cut off. Cross-court pass comes to Fraley. He'll send it out to Lancaster and back to Fraley to set it up with 1:34 left to go before the break. Back out front, Lancaster over to Fraley. Whips it down low in there to Travis. Or rather, Travis back out to Lancaster for 3. He got it.
They finally moved the ball a little bit better and looked for a 3. That's their first 3 of the night.
Yep. And now Pulaski County back on top, 27-25. The 1:10 to go here in the second. It comes out to Withrow. He'll feed it off to Murphy at the right elbow. Turns and gives it off to Pointer. Goes inside, puts it up. He can't get it to go down, but he gets fouled. Foul is on Fraley, his first, team's 5th.
We ran the reciprocal of the play that Tay comes out and gets the 3. We set it up before where he come out and took the 3. Instead, this time he backdoored it and lured Pulaski into the defensive overplay, but couldn't get the and 1 opportunity, unfortunately.
Yeah, Tay Pointer got the free throw. That's his 12th point of the half. He has scored 9 in this quarter. It's 27-26. And Pointer's second shot is good. Ties it at 27 with 1 minute to play. Almost a steal by Griggs. And let's see. The official, they say it went off of Travis. Griggs kind of tapped it. Yeah, well.
He did tap it.
Got the break there.
Yeah.
As Withrow will toss it in. Comes out to Brooks. Oh, Withrow let that one get away from him, but he retrieved it. Deep of the right side is Pointer. He'll go back out to Withrow with 52 seconds to play. Back to Pointer. Out of the right side of the floor. And here's Withrow trying to penetrate. Jump shot, 15-footer. It is no good. And getting the rebound is Combs for Pulaski County with 38 seconds to play. Combs goes right side with it to Travis. They're going to spread the floor out here. May hold it for 1. We'll see. Lancaster back. Oh, that ball is going to come back to the backcourt. Backcourt violation by Pulaski County, unforced. And the Trojans will have the ball with 24.4 to go. And coming back in is Barren Williams. And Fraley will go out. Ball comes out to Withrow. He's got a lot of pressure on him against Duggar. 19 seconds to go in the half. Withrow off the right side to Brooks. Gets a screen from Lane Stevens. He dumps it in there to Griggs. He turns toward the basket and then goes to the floor. Lost the handle, and it's going to scoot out of bounds. Pulaski County will get the ball. 7.1 to go before halftime. And they're going to come in a hurry. It's Williams. He walked. The shot goes up, an air ball. And then Withrow throws a desperation shot up. Hits the left side of the backboard. That's the end of the first half. 27-27. We've got a tied game here at the break between Barren County and Pulaski County. And we will come back for our halftime report. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Remind you, our second quarter was brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And before we get into our halftime report, let's do a Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Boys score, halftime, Russell County 31, Metcalfe County 16. And Glasgow leads Allen County Scottsville boys at the end of the first quarter, 22-13. That's pretty surprising there.
Yep. Good thing for them. They've got the 1 seed locked up. I guess they can do what they want.
I guess so. Looking at the scoring in the first half, the Trojans and Pulaski County tied here at the break at 27. And Trojans trailed by 10 at the end of the first quarter. It was 18-8 Pulaski County. And they come back in the second quarter and outscored the Maroons 19-9 to tie it up at 27. Maroons in the first half with 12 field goals. One of those a three-pointer. They did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Zach Travis leading the way for Pulaski County with 12 points off 6 baskets. Caden Lancaster has 9 off 4 baskets. One of those a three-pointer. K.J. Combs with a couple of field goals in the first quarter for 4, and a 2-point basket for Drew Polston. That was all the scoring for Pulaski County in the first half. Trojans had 10 field goals, 2 fewer than the Maroons, but 3 of those were 3-point shots, and all made by Tate Horner. The Trojans were 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and Tate Horner has 13 of Barren County's 27 points, 4 baskets, 3 of those 3-point shots. He was 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Mason Griggs with 6 points in the first half. Gavin Withrow has 4, 2 for Corbin Murphy. Ryan Shirley scored 1, and Eli Brooks had 1 point in the first half. Shirley went out with 2 fouls, as Barren County committed just 3 fouls in the first half. Maroons only 5. Colton Stevens, Lane Stevens, and Travis Jones saw action but did not score in the first half. And stat-wise, what do we got?
Much better second quarter than first. After shooting just 18% in the first quarter, we were able to make 7 field goals there in the second quarter to up our halftime percentage to 30, 10 out of 33. Hold on, I'm reading the wrong side of the paper. That was the girls' game, so let's go to the boys' game. But the girls' game is actually exactly the same almost as the boys' game. We made 3 field goals in the first half, so I was right all along. We made 3 field goals in the first quarter of the boys' game, and we made 7 in the second of the boys' game, just completely identical to the girls for some reason. That's crazy. We were 10 out of 25 for 40% for the half. Pulaski County was 13 out of 25 for 52%. We hit a couple more threes, and they did 3 out of 5, so doing a good job sprinkling in the threes. Tay was caught fire there for a little while. Pulaski County just 1 of 7. As far as rebounds are concerned, they out-rebounded us by 3, 11 to 8. We turned it over 5. They turned it over 4. And it took us a little while to get used to their physicality. They were getting anything they wanted in the lane, and we switched it up, went to zone. And when we went to zone, the game changed a little bit. It took a few possessions for Pulaski to adjust it. And once they did, they kind of got somebody in the middle, and then we had to readjust. So it's kind of been a back and forth game between just adjustments. So let's see who adjusts better, as we basically are starting 0-0 here, tied 27 at the half.
Been a quick first half. 5 fouls on Maroons, 3 on the Trojans. And I want to remind you, you're listening to our broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com. We're on BCHS Live tonight as well. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, Cameron Brown on stats, Todd Belcher in the studios on the controls at Nash 103.7. And our next games are coming up Friday and Saturday. Allen County, Scottsville here on Friday night. Warren Central here on Saturday night. And then next Tuesday, the Trojanettes in that makeup game. It's supposed to have been made up last night, but wasn't made up. So I'm going to make it up again, or try to. Anyway, next Tuesday, that'll be at 5 o'clock in Tompkinsville. Trojanettes and Monroe County Lady Falcons. There's a boys game after that with Monroe County and Greenwood. We're supposed to be, anyway.
One of the few Tuesday nights we haven't had anything, right? There wasn't a game scheduled in that slot, or was that
originally it was supposed to be Metcalfe County.
Right.
And then they moved that one to the 15th. The girls aren't going to play as of right now. So
yeah, that would have been a good game.
A lot of changes.
Yeah, would have been a good game for our girls to play. We talked about TJ's team being number 1 in the region on the RPI this week, so it would have been a good one.
Yeah,
but can't work them all in.
This has been the South Central Bank Halftime Report. Stay tuned. We've got our second half coming up. Farmers RACC Jackie Brownlee Memorial second half and third quarter presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. When we come back, this is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. About ready for the second half to get underway. Third quarter here from Barren County High School. If you missed the girls' game tonight, Trojanettes were down by as many as 15 and came back to tie the game at 57, but Jackwell and Jackson's shot just before time expired gave Greenwood the win tonight, 59-57 over the Trojanettes. Barren County will start the second half. It'll be Ryan Shirley, Gavin Withrow, Corbin Murphy, Tay Pointer, and Mason Griggs. And Maroons have it, moving from left to right here in the second half of play. Barren County going zone. Left side it comes to Polston. Out to Williams. Williams around the top of the perimeter. Over the right corner. Travis skips it back left side, jump pass in the corner to Combs. They work it down in low, and a wraparound pass was almost knocked away in there. Jumper from the right elbow, no good. Follow, no good. We got a foul called. I believe they're going to catch Travis over the back.
Yeah, Williams, who shot that one, had 0 in the first half. He averages 15 a game. He's a good three-point shooter, as is Travis. They only had 1 3, so let's go in zone. We got to make sure we identify where those shooters are.
Second foul on Travis. Barren County with the basketball. Withrow jumps it in the right elbow to Shirley. Shirley giving it over to Pointer on the left side. Now Tay Pointer, bounce pass over to Withrow, trying to penetrate down in the lane. Comes back out to Shirley. He's going to drive strong to the bucket. Puts it up. It's partially blocked. And Pulaski County running back the other way. Broken up in there by Corbin Murphy. He'll give it to Withrow. They'll get it in front court. Withrow, floater, up, good.
Good recognition to pull up and timeout quickly by Pulaski County, even though we have just had 1 bucket.
Just a little over a minute gone here in the second half. 6:52 remaining, 29-27. Barren County.
I don't think Pulaski County's coach there was happy with how they got back in transition, gave Gavin a lane to shoot the basketball, and may not be happy either with how his offense has gone against the zone. They've had a couple of good looks, like I said, getting in the middle, but they went a long stretch there in the second quarter where they only had 1 bucket. I think it was about halfway through the quarter, and they'd only had 2 points.
Yeah. Barren outscored Pulaski 19-9 in the second. Of course, it was an 18-8 Maroons lead at the end of 1, so we kind of gone back and forth. Now we got an even game.
Yeah.
Pulaski County basketball as it comes into Polston. Barren 2-3 zone. As Polston will send it left side over to Williams. Down low, back out to Williams. Top of the key over the right side. Now is Travis back around the left side. They go down low in there to Combs. He'll give it back out of the right elbow. Jumper up, no good. Rebound there by Gavin Withrow for the Trojans. Goes to Griggs. He drives in for the shot. Puts it in. That's a tough shot. And strong to the bucket, too. 8 points for Griggs. 4-point Trojan lead, 31-27. With 6:08 to go here in the third. They work it around to the right corner. They dump it down low. Sends it back around. Oh, a ball hit on the end line. As Travis tried to retrieve it, Barren will get the ball. A little over 2 minutes gone here in the third period. Withrow around the horn, getting some pressure out there from Lancaster. Drives it, try to wrap around, bounce pass. Shirley puts it up. Ooh, can't get it to go down, but he's fouled.
A, I don't know how he was able to wrap that around, and B, I don't know how Shirley was able to get a hand on it, but he did, and it'll at least get him some free throws.
Foul is on Combs, his first, team second. Ryan Shirley at the line. 1 of 2 in the first quarter. Gets 2 free throws here. First one good.
We got to continue to talk in our zone. We're moving Corbin up there to take away the middle, so that leaves the backside a little open when we have to rotate.
Second shot's missed and couldn't get the rebound. Combs got the rebound. Travis will set things up. He'll go right side with it to Polston. Back to Travis. They go left side with it to Williams. Back to Travis. Driving left of the lane. Back left side wing 3. No good. Oh, Griggs got pushed off underneath for the rebound. And it'll be on Polston, and that's his third.
Griggs was a little off balance when he went up for it, so it didn't take much to convince the official that he got cleared out.
The Barons basketball, their largest lead of the ball game. It's 32-27. They've scored 5 straight and going to have a backcourt violation, unforced. Ball kind of got away from Gavin Withrow. And scoreboard update: Allen County Scottsville 30, Glasgow 29 at halftime.
It took a twist, didn't it?
Yep. And we got a whistle away from the ball. Got a holding foul on Mason Griggs. His first, that'll be the first on the Trojans of the second half.
3 minutes in, Pulaski still scoreless this quarter.
As the ball comes out to Travis, he'll go in the corner. Here's a three in the air, no good. And a rebound gets knocked loose, and Pointer comes up with the basketball for the Trojans. Pointer down low. Shirley posted up in there, trying to go strong inside. Puts it. Oh, they're going to call him for a step.
Didn't see it. Didn't see it. That's the move that he went to 3 or 4 times against Glasgow from the right side to the left side.
And we're going to have a foul on the other end. Basket's going to count. And Williams gets his first 2 points tonight.
They get back in a hurry. Yeah. We've got to get back with them.
Corbin Murphy, that was his second foul. Williams, a 65.5% foul shooter on the year for the Maroons. The shot goes up, and it's good. It's an old-fashioned three for Williams. Cuts it to 2 at 32-30. 4:50 left in the third. They go to a 2-2-1 zone court press. And Shirley will toss it in, comes into Griggs. Griggs with pressure in the backcourt. And now he's in a trap. Bounce pass off to Shirley. Shirley gets it across the line. He stops and gives it back to Griggs. Goes right side with it to Withrow. Left side over to Pointer. Fakes, drives, goes down the lane, flips it up. Oh, it spins out, and the rebound comes off to the Maroons of Pulaski County. Here's Travis, deep on the right side. Wants to drive, spin move, goes with the basket, puts it up and in. Travis with 14. We're tied at 32. Barron scored the first 5. Pulaski County's come back with the next 5. Duggar picks up his second personal foul. 4 on the Maroons in the second half. Withrow inbounds out to Shirley, gives it right back to Withrow. Right side of the floor, in the corner. Griggs, he dribbles it out. Got some pressure out there. Wants to go one-on-one, but he'll hand it off to Lane Stevens, and back over goes to Withrow, deep on the left side. Withrow stops and gives it off to Shirley. He got a little nudge there, but no whistle. And now Withrow turns and feeds it down underneath the Lane Stevens, puts it up, no good. Follow-up good for Griggs.
Good follow-up there on Lane's miss.
34-32. Barron back up by 2. Now we got a technical foul on somebody. I didn't hear anything.
If they didn't give Greenwood's girls coach a technical in the girls game, and they gave our bench a technical for just talking,
I mean, I didn't hear anything. Normally,
I mean, it wasn't
something theatrical or
no. Warren's gotten he's gotten less technicals than I've got fingers. In his career. I don't understand.
And he missed the second one. But Pulaski County will get the ball.
I don't know.
I don't get that one at all. 3:42 to go. Barron up by 1, 34-33. Williams into the front court. Maroons. Williams on the left side. Out top. They swing it around to the right. In the corner, they're going to fire the three-point shot. It's no good. Got a foul on the floor. Somebody pushed off. It's going to be on Lane Stevens. His first, team's third.
Got to be more physical.
Four, excuse me.
Got to be more physical than they are. I know we're outsized.
And they work it underneath. A shot put up and in by Travis. He just kept pushing and shoving Griggs, but no whistle. Lane Stevens gives it off to Withrow. Now Pulaski back up top, 35-34. Jumper by Shirley's an air ball taken by Travis.
Not sure what that was.
Travis over the left side. Combs driving it down in the lane. Shovel pass. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Shirley taking a charge. Offensive foul on Williams. His first, team's fifth.
Williams has not had a good night. Just a bucket and then 2 free throws. We're a little deflated, I think, after that technical. We need to get a little energy as they're picking back up in their 2-2-1.
Eli Brooks, diagonal pass, long, goes over the head of Lane Stevens and out of bounds.
Do we have numbers? Yes, but just a little too much mustard on it.
Williams will get it across the midcourt stripe. Barron stays in the 2-3 zone. Left side it comes to Duggar. They work it inside underneath. A shot put up and in by Lancaster for his 11th point. 37-34, Pulaski County. Brooks with it in the backcourt. Sends it back over to Withrow on the left side. Heads toward the middle. Goes down the lane. Puts it up and in.
Just kept going, and under control found a path to the basket.
37-36. 2:22 left in the third. And there's he pushed off Pointer just then, trying to go to the basket. Now we got a foul on Corbin Murphy. That'll be 3 on Corbin Murphy. Combs, a 51.5% foul shooter, nails that one for his 5th point. He has not scored since the first quarter. Makes it 38-36 Maroons. Combs puts it in the air, and he got them both. 39-36. Now Withrow gets rid of it to Pointer. Sends it over to Brooks.
Got to move up the floor.
Brooks trying to get it across the line. He does. He gets it a trap. Oh, bad pass. Driving it to the basket, and then a layup good for Travis.
Saw that one coming.
18 for Travis. And it's 41-36 Pulaski County with 2:02 left to go in the third period.
Saw that one coming. The game's switched a little bit momentum towards Pulaski County as they picked it up and turned us over.
And Coach Warren Cunningham and referee Chris McGuire having a little chat out there. Barren County's basketball, 2:02 to go in the third, down 5. And Pointer try to run out. Oh, it's over the head of Brooks, and it'll go out of bounds.
Led him the wrong way. That one's got to go straight up the sideline so Eli can turn into it to catch that pass. Pulaski will get it back under since we couldn't get a hand on it, under their own bucket.
And Combs will toss it in. It comes out to Lancaster on the left side. Now Williams sends it off to the right wing with a high arching 3-point shot that's no good. Corbin Murphy up high for the rebound. Withrow into the front court. Withrow trying to work his way down the lane, flips it up and in. How he got that shot to go down, I'll never know, but he got it. 10 points.
English off the glass.
Spin move, almost stolen away by Pointer. They give it out to Travis. Again, Travis was voted the 5th best player in the 12th region by the coaches. They work it into Combs. And now what are we going to get? A blocking foul. Gavin Withrow.
Yeah, he couldn't get his feet up under him to really slide and stay with.
Mason Griggs and Ryan Shirley will return to the Trojan lineup for Corbin Murphy and Eli Brooks. Pulaski County basketball. Combs at the right baseline. Gives it in the corner. Around the perimeter. Williams Out to Travis. Travis gets rid of it to Lancaster. Now going up the baseline. Here's a shot put up and in. Williams makes it 43-38. Pulaski County. Ryan Shirley in the backcourt. Hands it off to Withrow. Going to have to hurry. Gets it across the line. Shirley left of the lane. Spin move in traffic. Flips it up and in.
Wonder if Gavin taught him that move. Same English off the window to get it to twirl in.
Ryan Shirley's first field goal tonight. Here's an off-balance shot that's an air ball. Underneath, we got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be on Pulaski County. Corner went across the floor and... Or did he just call it out of bounds?
He called a kick ball on Pulaski. I've seen two weird calls tonight that I don't really know. One of the girls gave him that one, but we'll take it. Our ball.
Yeah. Chance here to tie on a three-point shot. Withrow being chased. Jump pass to Lane Stevens. Down to Griggs. Inside, up and in. Over the rim. Griggs has 12. 1-point game, 43-42. 24 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Lancaster for three. Good.
Oh, man.
That's his second three of the night, and he's got both of them for Pulaski County. It's 46-42.
It's only his fourth and fifth on the whole year.
9 seconds to go. Withrow down to 6. Withrow driving, steps back, shoots a three. Got it!
Good end of the quarter.
So after three, it is Pulaski County 46, Barren County 45. We'll come back to the fourth quarter after this break. This is Barren County basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. This is the fourth quarter, brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Barren down one, 46-45. Withrow tried to throw it, and it was deflected. And a lob down underneath. Here's a shot put up, blocked from behind. Oh, late whistle. Ryan Shirley, that'll be his third personal, team seventh. And that's going to put Duggar at the line. 2 shots for Duggar. First one is up. It banked in. 47-45. And Duggar's second shot is coming off. Rebound of Mason Griggs. 7:40 left in the game. 47-45 Pulaski County. Withrow. Turning, looking, going right side with it to Lane Stevens. Now Lane Stevens picks up his dribble, needs some help, throws it cross court over to Griggs. Down low, Shirley, spin move, up and under, trying to go up with a shot. It is no good. Trying to get his own rebound, fighting for it in there. We got a jump ball. No, it's going to be a foul.
Good fight there from Ryan. We made our last 5 field goal attempts in the third period. I thought that was a point-blank make, but it just rimmed out. Won't go to the line.
Combs his second personal. That is 7 on Pulaski County. So both teams in the bonus here the rest of the way. Or is that just 16 fouls?
Well, must not be 7.
Well, I must put down 1 too many or something here.
Well, I thought they whistled.
They
one
need
and
to
one
check
from
the book.
table. Yeah.
Withrow. Oh, that's going to be it went in. But they're going to call it on the floor, I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably a stretch to say it was an and one, but good at least awareness by Gavin to throw it up.
Yeah. Got his defender off the floor. A foul on. Haven't put on the board yet. Withrow at the line. One to the bonus. Shot goes up, and it's going to come off the rim. 47-45. And here's a three-point try in the air. No good. Chased down Pulaski County with the offensive board. Williams gives it over to the right side. Picked off by Pointer. They try to go diagonally in the corner to Travis. They feed it underneath the Griggs. Little pump fake. Throws up over the rim and in.
Good. That last foul was on Williams, by the way.
Well, that would have been his second then. Pass almost picked off. Ball's on the floor, and Ryan Shirley coming up with it. Gives it to Withrow.
Numbers.
4 on 3. Withrow turns, looks, gives it to Pointer. Pointer wants to drive, but he's cut off. Back left side, it comes over to Shirley. Tied at 47 with 6.5 to go. Bounce pass in there to Pointer, left of the lane. Throws it back behind him to Shirley. Now Shirley working against Lancaster. Going strong to the bucket. Had it blocked and put up and in by Griggs. He flashed under. He put it up and in.
Shirley kind of cleared the way for that rebound off his own miss.
Yeah, 49-47. Here's a lob coming over to Combs. They go down in the corner and going up the baseline. They kick it back out for a three from the right wing. It is no good. But they get the offensive board. Back up from 15 feet. Got it. That is Williams getting the bucket.
It was missed so bad that it just landed in Williams' arms.
Full timeout called by Pulaski County. 5:57 to play in the basketball game. We're tied at 49-49.
He's creeping up around double digits after having a big goose egg there in the first. We said he averages 15. I think he's up to 8 now. It was a big score in third period. We had 18. They had 19. And you wouldn't have thought it the way the game's gone. Both teams just to 50 right now.
Yeah, we've had one single quarter. That was the first quarter when he scored 8. Pulaski County led 18-8. Then Barren came back in the second quarter. Outscored the Maroons 19-9 to tie it up at half. And then we had a 19-18 third quarter.
We were 9 of 12 in the third period. They were 7 of 14, so 75% for us, 50 for them. So a lot of shots going in will lead to those big quarters. Just turned it over. Well, we turned it over 5 times, though, in the third period, so we could have even improved upon that number of shots anyways. You can see why this is a good opponent for us. Out of region, tough team that you don't have very many teams like this necessarily in our region. We've got maybe some more athletic teams, but you don't have teams that are maybe this tough.
Right. 49-49. Barren with the basketball. Withrow sends it left over to Griggs. Now Griggs wants to go into the key. Bounce pass back to Withrow on the right wing. Down in the corner goes to Pointer. Gets it back out to Withrow. Now Withrow back to Pointer. Deep on the right side. He's going to drive. Baseline cut off. Lobs it back out to Withrow. Now gives to Pointer. Right wing three. Ooh, it's in and out. Battle for the rebound is pulled down by Polston, who's back in the game for Coach John Fraley. And here's a pass down underneath and a shot put up and in. Wow.
Couldn't get back in and set back up in the zone. They've gone zone 2 again.
Williams has 10 points in the second half. Griggs trying to slice his way in, but gives it over to Pointer. Left wing three. Good.
Stay with it. That's confidence. You miss one, don't just erase it and keep shooting.
4 People's Bank threes tonight for Tay Pointer. Jump pass down low, spin move, going up over Shirley. Shot won't go, tapped up and in.
Backside, weak side rebound is not being kind to us right now. We got to get them off the glass.
Travis now with 20 points, 53-52. Pointer another jumper, won't go this time. The rebound to Polston. 1 point Maroon lead with 4:40 to play. That ball skips off, turnover. Lane Stevens came up with it. Withrow into the front court, right side of the key. Gets a screen set by Lane Stevens. Now he'll bring it back out against Lancaster. Angles off left, now reverses back right. Bounce back over to Griggs, going to the basket, puts it up and in. Nice drive by Griggs. He's got 12 this half. 18 for the game.
Not much resistance, but a good play call.
Barren back up, 54-53. Long diagonal pass in the right corner. Double teamed, and now they whip it right underneath. The shot won't go, but a foul as Lancaster will head to the free throw line.
That was just a touch pass. from Travis.
And for Lancaster, he's not been to the free throw line. 14 points. That's 6 above his average. And the free throw is good. Halftime score, Cumberland County and Clinton County boys tied at 25.
Clinton County's girls won 50-28. That was a score I had from way earlier.
And Lancaster hits that one to make it 55-54. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Pulaski County with a 1-point lead. Withrow with the basketball. And looking, trying to get it in there is Mason Griggs trying to force up the shot, and it's no good. Combs with the basketball for Pulaski County. Sends it right side. 3-ball, no good. Rebound taken by Withrow. Into the front court. Withrow gets rid of it down low. Here's Shirley going up with a shot. He puts it up and in.
Good use of the left hand.
Yep. Ryan Shirley with his 6th point to give the Trojans back the lead, 56-55 with 3:25 left in the game. Let's do a Coca-Cola scoreboard, try to catch up on some of these other games tonight. What have you got, Robert?
Well, I had that Clinton County score from earlier I gave. Clinton won 58-28 over Cumberland. South Warren was up 20 over Logan County. These are both girls' scores. South Warren was 39, Logan 19 in the third quarter. Franklin Simpson girls won 47-43 over Butler County. And the boys' scores are kind of slowly coming in.
Third quarter score, Russell County 40, Metcalf County 31 in the boys' game. And that one we mentioned between Cumberland and Clinton tied at 25. And Allen County Scottsville was leading Glasgow at halftime 30-29.
Bowling Green boys up 37-11 over Christian County. Again, number 1 team in the state in most every poll.
And let's see, I thought I had another one here, but of course that was from the Glasgow Allen County Scottsville girls game tonight. Lady Patriots 40, Lady Scotties 31.
Here's a final in that South Warren Logan game. South Warren won 51-36 over Logan. No surprise there. Logan just one win this year.
All right, 3:25 left here. It's 56-55, Barren County, Pulaski County with the basketball. As Williams has it out front. Left corner is Travis, and back around it comes to Polston. Back to Travis. Going to go up the baseline. He's falling out of bounds. Ball is tipped away, but it's chased down by Williams. Back over to Polston. They work it, turn around inside, underneath. Shot put up and in by Combs. Combs, his first field goal since the first quarter. Got 8 points, 57-56. As Withrow dumps it in at the right elbow to Shirley. Shirley turns toward the basket, now turns back out, turns back in, wants to go strong to the bucket, puts it up too strong against the window and rebounded by Lancaster.
Forced a few of our last possessions.
Spin move, jumper from 12, no good. Griggs with a rebound for the Trojans. Throws it off to Withrow. Long bounce pass broken up. Try to go to Lane Stevens. Ball diving. People diving for it, but picked up. There's a no-look pass down low and underneath. Shot put up in. Wow, they quickly get back down the floor. Lancaster gets the bucket. It's 59-56 all of a sudden.
Turns quickly.
Lane Stevens gives it off to Griggs. Now Griggs on the dribble, one-on-one, trying to drive. He's cut off the left elbow. Hands it off in there to Shirley, driving to the basket and puts it up and in.
Good backdoor action. Handoff from Griggs kind of set the screen.
59-58, down to minute 43 left. And they get rid of the basketball over to Polston. Right corner. Ball picked off. Griggs has got it. Griggs heading to the rack. He gets fouled. Shot won't go, but he'll head to the line to shoot two.
He just jumped in front in the passing lane. I don't know why they made that pass. I think it was just took for granted it'd be there.
Foul is on Polston. That's his fourth and the team's eighth. 2 shots for Mason Griggs. He has scored 12 points here in the second half, 18 for the game. Free throw's good. Ties it at 59, and this free throw, good again. Mason Griggs has 20 points in the game tonight, and Barron back on top, 60-59. Travis with it on the right side, floats it back over the left to Combs as they come chasing him. Around the perimeter in the corner, Polston. Back left side in the corner. Comes to Williams. Back out now to Combs. Down a minute 10 to play. Combs on the left side. Cross-court pass is Polston. And now Travis with the basketball in a trap. Back out around the perimeter. Combs working it down low. Spin move. Traveling violation.
That's their longest possession of the game. It took about 30 seconds, and it ended with a turnover.
Barron with a 1-point lead and 55 seconds to play. As the ball comes into Withrow, they're looking to trap him. He'll hook it back off to Shirley. Shirley gets it across the line. He'll hand it off to Lane Stevens. Now Lane Stevens hands it off to Withrow. 45 seconds to play. Withrow hasn't put down the dribble, now does. Angling off right, gives it over to Pointer. 35 seconds to go. Pointer. Cross-court pass to Lane Stevens. Lane Stevens got a little push there, and it'll be on Combs, his third. That puts Lane Stevens at the free throw line, the 6-foot junior, for one in the bonus. Quickly, Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Allen County Scottsville 55, Glasgow 43 after 3. Free throw missed off the front end of 1-1. Got to play D. Pulaski County with the ball, 22 seconds to go. Barron up 60-59 on a timeout by the Maroons.
Both teams have two, so clearly down one. They'll use one of their last two remaining timeouts.
Here's the final score in tonight. Russell County boys 57, Metcalfe County 40.
Starting 30 minutes early didn't do a whole lot of good getting us out of here earlier tonight, did it?
No. Of course, we had senior night in between.
Didn't take a long time.
No, it went pretty quick there.
I don't think these games have taken an awful long time. There haven't been a ton of fouls. Maybe here in the second half they've added up a little bit.
As we said, Allen County Scottsville leads Glasgow after 3, 55-43. And let's see. Thought I had another one. No, I guess not. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Stay tuned for the CPC Commodities post-game report. We'll have the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. And coach's comments later tonight. Friday night, we're back here with Allen County Scottsville. Girl-boy doubleheader. Saturday night, Warren Central. Next Tuesday night, the Trojanettes at Monroe County for a 5 o'clock contest. Pulaski County ball, 19.9 to play, and Barron up by 1, 60-59. Here's Combs with it on the left side. He'll give it out to Williams. 3 in the air, no good. Rebound to Lane Stevens. He gives it to Griggs, and he's fouled with 10.2.
Odd shot selection. Even though Williams is one of their better three-point shooters, they've only hit 1 3 all night long, and they quick triggered a 3 there down 1.
And it's 2 shots for Mason Griggs. The foul was on Polston. That was his 5th.
I guess the thought is if you miss it, you still have enough time to get back and have another offensive possession where it will be no more than a one-possession game.
Free throw is up, and it is good. Took some rim, but
if he makes this, I'd say Warren will call a timeout, set our defense against the 3.
Griggs puts it up. It is good again. And there's a timeout by Coach Warren Cunningham with 10.2 to play. And Barren County up 62-59. Pulaski County will have the basketball. This is a full timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Find out scores and results from middle school to high school each day on our school's website. Go to barron.kyschools.us, click athletics, and then the sports report. Also, join James Brown and John Butler each Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag on 104 The Score, 104thescore.com. An hour-long sports show devoted to high school and college sports.
Williams and Travis are their two best three-point shooters. They both have 12 makes from behind the arc this year through 8 games. Combs can shoot it. He's got some makes. They're kind of a lot equal. A lot of their players play the same kind of way. That's why they kind of interchange very evenly. But you guard the line. Don't let them have an open look. Run at them, but absolutely don't foul them. Yeah. Don't run into their leg. It's kind of be a habit last few games. We've seen kids kicking their legs out and trying to get that foul.
62-59. Barren County with 10.2 to play. And Barren County will pick up all over the floor. And it comes into play. It's Williams. Williams hands it off. Here's a 3-ball in the air. It is no good. Long rebound. Comes back out. 3 in the air again. Short. That's it. The Trojans win it. 62-59.
Had 2 good looks, but they couldn't hit either of them, and we hang on.
As the Trojans go to 9-3 on the year. Pulaski County drops to 5-4. Again, Barren County 62, Pulaski County 59. Back with the CPC Commodities post-game report in a moment. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And we welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm, made for yours. Trojans win tonight 62-59 over Pulaski County. As the Maroons fall to 5-4 on the year, and Barren County improves to 9-3. Trojans trailed by 10 at the end of the first quarter, 18-8, and then came back and tied the game at halftime with a 19-9 run at 27-27. It was 46-45, Pulaski County after 3, and Barren County scores 17 to the Maroons 13 in the final quarter to win it 62-59. For Pulaski County tonight, 24 field goals. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 7 of 9 from the charity stripe, and they were led in scoring by Zach Travis. He had 20 points tonight for Pulaski County, 18 for Caden Lancaster, 10 for Barrett Williams. KJ Combs scored 8. Drew Poston had 2. Bryson Duggar had 1 point tonight for Pulaski County. For the Trojans, Trojans, looking at their stats here, I didn't tally up the second half stats, but we'll get that here. Let me just count it up: 4, 5, 8, and 6 is 14. So that's 24 field goals for the Trojans tonight, and 5 of those were 3-point shots. And Barren County went to the line in the second half 8 times and connected on 5 of those. So 5 of 8, and that makes it 9 of 14 from the foul line tonight for Barren County. 3 players in double figures, led by Mason Griggs, who had 22 points tonight to lead Coach Warren Cunningham's team. He had 16 of those in the second half. Tate Warner scored 16 tonight. He had 13 in the first half. He hit 4 threes, a 2-point shot, and 2 for 2 from the foul line. 13 for Gavin Withrow tonight. He had 6 buckets, 1 of those a 3-point shot. Scored 9 of those 13 in the third quarter. 8 points for Ryan Shirley. And 2 points for Corbin Murphy, 1 point for Eli Brooks tonight. So, got a rugged ball game, physical ball game. The Trojans on top, 62-59.
Yeah, both teams hit 24 field goals tonight. We were 24 of 44. They were 24 of 52. So both teams right around 50%, shot the ball well. They did not shoot the ball well from 3. Pulaski was just 2 of 18. We were 5 of 7. So much better shot selection from the Trojans. We were out-rebounded 24-17, but we turned the ball over 6 less times than they did, 17-11. So good overall win.
Coach Warren Cunningham making his way out for Coach's Comments, brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal today at your Glasgow McDonald's. We'll also name the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game, too, in just a little bit. But a nice win for Barren County tonight, 62-59, over a pretty good Pulaski County team, rated number 6 in the Lexington Herald Leader Region 12 poll this week. Coach, congratulations to you. That's a hard-fought win, and coming in on top, had some good shot selection tonight.
Yeah, we did. We got the ball where we wanted it for the most part. We turned it over a little bit from time to time that caused us some problems, but their pressure was good as far as I told their coach before the game, just watching them on film, I thought that they just sit down and guard you in the half court, and they're really good at it. And like us, they play mostly man, and they're physical, they rebound. I was really concerned about that part of the game, and I thought that they kind of slapped us there to start the game physically, bumping us off drives, and nothing that's a foul, just being physical basketball. And after we kind of adjusted, it seemed to take us a few minutes there. I thought Tay gave us a really big lift, and he struggled a little bit the last couple games, but he came in and he took a charge. He made some shots, made some plays on both ends. It really kind of got us headed in the right direction, and I think they're a good team. I think they're well coached, and I think they play a lot like we do, as far as they play a lot of man. They run a lot of sets. They're good at their man stuff, and we thought coming in tonight we might play a little bit zone, and we did. We tried to mix it up a little bit, took a look at some different things, and I thought that helped us at times throughout the game. We're not a team that does that a whole lot as far as switch things up, but we played 3 or 4 different things tonight, and that's really, really unusual for us.
Yeah, Tate Warner really gave you a lift there in the second quarter. Knocked down a couple of threes, a 2 free throw. He scored 10 of your 19 points that helped you come back to tie it up at halftime.
Yeah, I thought he loosened it up. To start the game, we were having trouble finishing plays, and we were having trouble, getting the ball. They were really just kind of clogging it up, and when we got there, their length caused us some problems at the rim, and he opened it up, and then you got to, when somebody has to stay tight to him, then there's not as much help side defense there when Mason and some of the other guys, drive it. I didn't think Mason was as good tonight, and he had 22 points. So what do I know, right? But he made a lot of plays there. Him and Tay, Gavin was a workhorse, and did a good job.
Yeah, I was noticing Mason Griggs, 16 of his 22 coming in the second half, and he scored 10 there in the fourth quarter.
Well, he was good in transition. Run a couple things there for him to kind of get him on the drive. I thought he probably had 10 more points out there somewhere, but the way that they were kind of playing him a little bit. But, when they were doing some different things in their pressure, he was able to finish some plays on the backside of it. And I thought Lane Stevens' minutes were really good. He didn't score, but Lane is, he's practiced well. He's been really good in the last few JV games, and I think he had 27 in the JV game Saturday morning. And, he knows everything that's going on. He knows exactly where to be. And not only that, look out there in the first half, and he's talking to other guys about where they're supposed to be. So I thought he did a lot of good stuff. I thought our execution was good, and also it was a better matchup at times. They were a tough matchup at certain positions, and he certainly helped us with that.
Yeah, KJ Combs, who's one of the leading scorers for Pulaski County, you held him to only 3 field goals tonight. Yeah,
and I think he was really good. He was one of the things that we talked about, or one of the guys we talked about. They had 4 guys average double figures, and they're very physical. They drive it at you, and he kind of scores in a variety of ways. They didn't shoot the 3 very well tonight, and that kind of helped us. And we didn't give them a lot of offensive.
Was it 2 of 18?
Yeah, we didn't give them a lot of offensive rebounds. Man, they got a few, but I thought we were fighting, and that's I thought they are as good in half court man and rebounding as probably outside of Bowling Green about as good as anybody that we play. So that was good. That was a good win.
Very physical team.
Very much so, and they make you execute well. They make you finish some plays in traffic, and I thought we did those things as the game went on.
Well, you're off till Friday. You've got Friday and Saturday with some tough competition coming up. Allen County Scottsville, a rematch on Friday night, and then Warren Central coming in Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a tough week. I mean, it started tonight with these guys, and then we got to come back tomorrow, get ready for a district game on Friday. People will say, well, it doesn't mean anything. There's never been a Barren Allen game.
Well, you still want to get a win.
So yeah, I mean, there's never been a game with us and them that didn't mean anything. That's the craziest thought I've ever heard when people say it doesn't mean anything. But and I said that when I was on the other side of it too. So it's a rivalry game that I guarantee they'll come in here. We'll get their best effort, and they'll get ours. So should be a good game. We played a good half over there and earlier in the year, and we struggled there to score it against them in the second half. So we got to go back, look at that film, and get ready for these guys on Friday. And then Warren Central has a new team, but they still play a lot of the same. They don't have the size and probably strength that they've had in the past, but they probably shoot it better. They play a lot of guys that are all good, that can shoot the ball and can spread you out, pressure you, and do all the things that we're used to Warren Central doing. So biggest thing with our guys, we got to stay safe. We got to take care of ourselves, take care of each other, try to stay here and stay healthy, and let's get back to work tomorrow. Proud of our seniors. Tonight was senior night.
Right.
Thankful for all of our seniors that we recognize tonight in the role that they play at our school, but especially proud of our 3, Corbin Murphy and Gavin Withrow and Travis Jones. And I told them this, and I mean this, that as proud of as I am of them, of basketball players, I'm most proud of the young men that they are, the way that they handle themselves off the court, on the court. They're first-class men and really do a great job of taking care of their business. There's never any issues with any of the 3 of them that we deal with, and that says a lot about their parents, says a lot about them, and but I'm really proud of them, and I told them the best is yet to come. Don't settle, don't be happy with, don't be content with where we're at or where you're at. Keep fighting, and let's keep getting better.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations to you.
Thanks, Jay.
Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans winning tonight 62-59 over Pulaski County, and we'll come back and continue our post-game report. We'll also name our Monticello Bank MVP of the game. It's coming up next. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. 62-59, Barren County wins tonight over Pulaski County. It's time to select our Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we'll have to give it to two guys tonight, I think. Tay Pointer made the rally back in the second quarter and hit 2 threes and had 13 of his 16 points in the first half. And Mason Griggs scored 16 of his 22 in the second half. So Mason Griggs and Tay Pointer are co-MVPs tonight by Monticello Bank. Let's do a Coca-Cola scoreboard before we go to our last break of the evening. And we got a final score in on Allen County Scottsville Glasgow boys tonight. Glasgow loses to Allen County Scottsville tonight 76-59. And also another score in Greene County over Adair tonight in girls action 64-35. Robert, you got anything else?
1 quarter to go. Clinton's up 3 over Cumberland, 38-35, and Bowling Green is routing Christian County 56-21 with 1 quarter to go.
All right, we'll come back and wrap it up after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And trying to wrap things up here tonight from Barren County High School. Again, our final scores in the girls' game, Greenwood 59, Barren County 57. And in the boys' game, it was the Trojans winning 62-59 over Pulaski County. Our next broadcast will be Friday night here from Barren County High as the Trojans and Trojanettes host Allen County Scottsville. Girls' game will tip off at 6 o'clock with the boys' game to follow. We'll be on the air at about 5:40 with the broadcast. Thanks to Robert Bauer, Cameron Brown on stats, Todd Belcher in the studio of Nash 103.7 on controls tonight. Until Friday night, this is Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Barren County High.